There we go. Welcome back, everybody. The 1 minute wait time. Hold on, let me let Ryoshu finish talking.
내게 흘러오지 않았다면 어땠을까? 그랬다면 다가오는 밤조차 싫어하게 될 일은 없었을 테지.
Thank you, Ryoshu. I appreciate it. As you can see, yes, now she's my she's the one who greets me every time we get on now. Per usual, as she should be. Sweet. And they just gave us a free 10 pull. That's huge. We get to gamble. Alright, per usual, before we begin, welcome back. This is Kanto 3. We're getting right back into the story this time. But first we're gonna gamble, because what would it be if we didn't gamble? We're gonna gamble for the new Audis identity, which means we're not gonna get it. No, we're not doing the Ishmael target extraction. No matter how many IDs I have for her, I'm not getting any more. So don't ask. Alright, this is the big money. This is the one where we get everything we've ever wanted in life. Never mind. Well, it was worth a shot. The gambling is not in our favor today, so I blame Jumbo. Okay, well, we got something new at least. Oh.
나도 반갑고. 혹시 남는 나사 있나?
It's a very chic Gregor.
이쪽에 아직 먼지가 남아 있네요.
Remember what I said about not getting any new Ishmael identities? Well, never mind. I guess I'm getting one. Well, I have a maid now. Sweet. Huge. Nice. Okay, well, I guess no matter what, whether I like it or not, I have more Ishmael. Sorry, I crack myself up sometimes. Wait, hold on. Hold on. No. Creamer and meat word pics for the pillars of the Limbus company. Yeah, I think this is good. I think being a competent creamer is good. Okay. Enough goofing off. I'm a competent creamer. Okay? That's all we need to say. I'm a competent creamer, and we're gonna get to business. Here we go. It's Kanto 3, everyone. We're finally back. I know, it's been eons. And we get to start with the battle. I don't have to talk just yet. Oh yeah. Since I did that, let me use... Where is it? Yeah, use a box. I have so many of these boxes. I've been looking for an excuse to use one of them at least. Hold on, let me get rid of this notification. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to replace Gregor.
자유로워질 수 없어. 이 거미줄을 끊어내지 않고서는. 나를 불렀나?
There we go. I like that Outis identity that I got. I was using it a lot more during the mirror dungeons, and honestly, I kind of love it. I kind of think it's really good. I had to warm up to it. I think the Outis identity took quite a bit of time. Barber Gaming? Exactly. Listen, Barber Gaming is kind of goated. When I was doing mirror dungeons, Barber Gaming went kind of crazy. I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't expecting it. I had to warm up to it. I'm liking the Grigor, don't get me wrong. The more I've used him, the more I've liked him. But he feels so situational. Barber Gaming is just her going snip, snip, and doing like 1,000 damage. I love it. It's beautiful. So I'm like, okay. She's still underleveled, isn't she? There, leveled her up by 1. That should be fine. Everyone else is hyper leveled beyond comprehension. Some of us have more artistic liberty. You have numbing cream on your leg. How's your leg feeling, Haley?
반드시 팬다. 아비들도
How did it go?
거미집도.
My leg is wrapped in a plastic wrap. Yeah, your leg is just like a murder scene already. Oh, prep. Okay. I thought it was already finished. Wow, look at how much of a difference actually having levels makes. Last time we did this, I was severely underleveled. Now I actually know how to put up a fight. It's crazy. Barber Gaming. Sweet. Get it done in an hour. Okay. And here I thought the hard part was over.
도시에서는 누구도 자유롭지 못해. 저 손님이라고 예외는 아니겠지.
Okay. There we go. I've also really liked the Sinclair identity. I've gotten to use it a lot more, and see, that's exactly why. He whips out the big boy damage in his first attack. I very much love my bleed build that I have going on. It's not great against little targets, but it does the job. Sinclair clashes really well, and that's about it. That's good enough for a solid part of the game. It's weird. I've had some good and some bad situations with him. I'll say the damage output is kind of crazy, though. At least right now. And through mirror dungeons, when I was testing everybody out, he can kind of hold his own, but the problem is his sanity. His sanity sucks. The minute he loses too much sanity, and if he's down for a turn, it's tragic if I can't cover all my bases. But otherwise, he's really nice. He does a good chunk of damage, and he's able to proc a lot. But that sanity is just... Get his either max sanity or corroding. Yeah, exactly. It is rough. It's the only issue I have with it at all. Otherwise, I think he's really damn good. It's just hard to balance out that sanity. But then again, yeah, see, he's always the most valuable. But my Mere Soul and my Ryoshu are usually able to carry their weight. Especially Ryoshu. This Ryoshu identity is kind of crazy. Like, I did not expect it to be that crazy. It went with my build. I thought it looked cool. It ended up being something fabulous. So, I'm happy with it. I'm really happy with it. I'm glad I was able to get it in my second pool. Rodion identity is really good too. It's just another one where it takes a little while to build up, but once it builds up, she's really good. And it's not like I have to worry about sanity for her case. It's just a matter of it takes a few turns for her to become extremely strong. But I'm not complaining. I have Barber Gaming. Prosthetic bodies pile up like a landfill in a corner of the town. I could see that some of them were still conscious, letting out pain moans. The Inquisitors paid no heed. They strenuously jammed nails through each of their victims' chests, over and over, executing their pure intent. Curse of Darkness isn't the Plant Games. Oh, you reminded me. Okay, sorry. Let me cut into the story real quick. You have reminded me I need to update that post stream. We finished that a few weeks ago. You have reminded me I need to update that. We just finished that not that long ago. Entire series is up on the YouTube. The entire series is now up. But yes, you have reminded me. Thank you. Thank you very much. You have reminded me I do need to go in and update that real quick. Because I think 2 or 3 of the games are done already. So, thank you for reminding me. God, I update everything on the Discord, and on my personal list, that's the one I always lack with. I'm your #1 Instagram endorser. Yes, thank you, Haley. Hopefully you can feel the top of your fingers. Okay, back to the story.
심장을 꿰뚫었을 텐데 신체는 아직도 박동합니다.
These dudes look like they're made out of cardboard. I think I said this last time, but they look like they're made out of cardboard and pillows. Surely pierced their heart, yet still a pulse remains in their body.
필시 철로 덧댄 심장일 것이다. 인간의 본연되는 부분조차 이단으로 물들었고.
It must be patched with steel. Even the core of their humanity has been tainted by heresy.
불결하도다. 살과 뼈를 모독하고 있는 모습이라니.
How filthy. A disgrace to flesh and bone. The Inquisitor began carefully pouring a bottle of liquid over the prosthetic person in what looked like a solemn ritual. Judging from the pungent smell, it was most certainly oil.
사람의 기름을 머금거라. 이단의 시체여.
Imbibe the oil of humanity, ye heretical soma.
불그루도 돌아가지 못하는 자, 연기로 남아 흩어져라.
Those who cannot return to the earth find solace in scattering to smoke. A lit match was then thrown on the pile, letting rise a huge flame. With the sounds of sparks flying about, the air is soon filled with an acrid smell. It's not quite like the smell of burning flesh. The spreading fire finally brings the crackling glimmer in those prosthetic bodies to permanent darkness.
입으로는 정화를 말하면서 지옥을 창조해 놓았군요.
This hellscape is their idea of purification. I'd rather stay unclean.
목과 망치는 언제나 인간성을 해석하는 데 몰두하고 있었다.
Nagalund Hama has always been devoted to scrutinizing the idea of humanity.
고통도 응당 겪어야 하는 경험이라며 의체를 달고 있는 인간을 비난하던 자들도 있었지. 이렇게 행동으로 드러냈던 적은 없었지만
Some criticize prosthetic use, as they believe that pain is a necessary component of the human experience. However, it never escalated to the extent of direct action that we are witnessing now.
아까부터 들었던 생각인데 왜 그렇게 엔사에 대해 빠삭한 거야 당신?
I've been meaning to ask, how do you know so much about Encore?
내가 엔사 직원이었으니까.
I was once employed by Encore.
어? 아니 저것들하고 같이 일했다고?
What? You used to work with those people.
저들과 같이 일한 적은 없지만 소속의 관점에서 본다면 그렇다.
I've never worked with those specific individuals, but in terms of affiliation, you can say that I did. Come to think of it, this might be the first time I've heard Meursault actively talk about himself. He would rarely recount anything related to him. Perhaps he felt it wasn't necessary to speak at all.
왜 진작 말하지 않은 거야? 그럼 당신도 저런 괴상한 무기를 지니고 다녔어?
Why didn't you tell us that earlier? You carry one of those freaky weapons then?
굳이 이야기할 필요가 있나?
Am I obligated to elaborate?
뭐? 야,
그럼 내가 너랑 저 새끼들이 같은 편인지 아닌지 어떻게 구분해야 하냐?
Hell? Why don't you explain what makes you different from those nutters then?
난 말이야, 관리자 저놈의 시계대가리라고 부르고는 있어도 머리를 자르고 불태워도 싼 놈이라고는 생각하지 않아.
Listen, mate. As long as I like to call our daft manager Clockface, I don't think they deserve by any means to be on the stake or chopping block.
말만 번지르르하게 정환이 뭐니 하고 있어도 내 눈엔 그냥 사람 죽일 명분이 필요했던 미친놈들이 보일 뿐이거든.
Those buggers talk big about purifying and all that. But all I see are a bunch of loonies who just need an excuse to kill, eh?
말해봐, 너도 저 새끼들이랑 똑같냐?
Speak up then. Are you like those screw-loose bucketheads?
그런 것에 대해 생각하던 시기도 있었지.
There was a time when I thought about such things.
같은지 다른지 답을 내놓지는 않았지만
Though I did not come to a conclusion.
그럼 지금이라도 답을 내놓아보란 말이야. 넌 관리자 놈이 명령이랍시고 마을 사람들의 모조리 쳐잡아 죽이라고 하면 그대로 따를 셈이야?
Ooh, I thought you were done talking, brother. I want that damn conclusion now. Are you gonna up and butcher all the townsfolk if your manager just says so?
꼭 답을 내놓아야만 하나. 그 일이 업무를 처리함에 있어서 도움을 주진 않는다.
Must I give an answer? That does not aid us in handling our work.
사원은 명령에 따라 움직이는 것이 규칙이다. 베르길리우스, 그자가 내놓은 취업 규칙에도 적혀 있을 텐데.
An employee must follow their employer's orders. The terms Virgilius presented state as much.
관리자가 행하라고 하면 행할 뿐이다. 내 생각이 필요하다고 말하면 제공하겠지만 그럴 필요도 없는 상황에서 나불대는 버릇은 없다.
If the manager orders me to do such a thing, I will do it. I may provide my input if I am told that it is necessary, but I do not have a habit of rambling my thoughts unprompted.
뭐? 너 돌았냐? 너야말로 머리를 깡통으로 교체한 놈들이랑 별반 차이가 없어 보이는데?
Pardon? Are you round the twist? You got a chunk of metal for your brains like the folks here?
단백질이 16%, 수분이 60%, 무기질 7%로 구성되어 있다는 점에선 명확한 차이를 띠지.
I'm 16% proteins, 60% water, 7% minerals, 14% sex maniac, and so forth. I'm clearly different in terms of composition.
또한 불필요한 중금속은 나의 구성 요소에 해당하지 않는다.
Moreover, unnecessary heavy metals do not comprise any portion of my body. I think
그 또한 차이다.
that is another difference. Heathcliff's face contorted with frustration. Oh my god, I can't speak. He's built different. True, he's built different and he knows exactly what he's built of. I'm built of flesh, bone, and something else that I do not know. It scares me. I'm built with love. Mere Salt was already an enigma, and he only felt ever more distant after this conversation.
하지만 전 예전부터 쭉
Oh my
궁금하긴
god.
했어요.
Now's not the time for you to be speaking Honglu. You're gonna be way too loving and caring. Now that you mention it, there's something I've been wondering.
단테님을 정말 인간으로 봐야 할지 말이에요.
I've been thinking on whether Manager Dante should be seen as a human.
그게 무슨 소리지?
What do you mean?
그러니까 단테 씨가 말하는 건 단테 씨가 아니라 저 시기일 수도 있다는 거 아닌가요?
What if, when dear Dante is speaking, it's actually the clock and not the person we know as Dante behind those words?
어? 우리가 진짜 시계 따위한테 명령받고 있었다고?
Huh? You're trying to tell me we were being led by an actual clock? Tick-tocking? You think he got a bird that's gonna come out of his forehead?
정말 멍청한 발언들이네요. 반박할 의욕도 안 생겨요.
Good grief. You're reaching uncharted depths of idiocy with your theories. Can't even be bothered to refute them.
그래도 전 지금 시계머리를 한 단테 씨가 좋아요.
Don't misunderstand. I do like our Dante with their clock-headedness.
나도 그래. 그냥 머리를 되찾지 말고 평생 이 머리대로 있으면 안 돼?
Honestly, same. Why don't you just give up on finding your old head and stick with that one?
그럴 리는 없겠지만 진짜 머리를 되찾은 단테가 갑자기 엄청 못된 놈이었다거나 하면 어떡해.
I know it's probably not going to be the case, but what if Dante's real head turned out to be super evil or something? You know, like the Evil Dead when his hand turned against him? What if that happens with his head? What are we going to do then? That's scary, man.
뭐 우리 중에 관리자 양반의 과거에 대해 알 법한 자는 한 명밖에 없지.
Well, there's only one of us who'd know about our manager Bud's past. Gregor's eyes naturally fell on Faust.
그 부분에 관해선 비밀 사항이에요. 심지어 보안 등급 최상이죠.
That's confidential information. Its access is restricted to the highest security level. And I get the feeling I won't be able to read it for myself. It's only natural. I have no idea who or what I originally was, so I had nothing at my disposal to refute Han Lu's light-hearted accusation. Maybe he's right, and I really am just a clock. Even if I ask Faust, there's no telling if she'll give me a real answer, and I wouldn't be able to discern the truth in such a thing either. There's even a slim chance that the real Dante is hidden away somewhere, and that I'm some advanced imitation trained to believe that I have free will. In any case, sitting here and ruminating won't get me anywhere. Who knows? Maybe I'll mount this thing on the wall when I find my real head. Ishmael sent me a chastling glare for even suggesting something like that. But she had no choice other than to shrug. Well, it is true. Ishmael's like, I wanted that. Stuck up bitch.
너희 보조 사서들은 나와 다를 바 없을 거야.
That does make me wonder if we're ever gonna get like an entire Kanto focused on Dante. And I'm not necessarily counting the first one, because the first one, or well, the prologue, I really want to know if that's how the story would end, or if that'd be further down the line in the story. If we're ever gonna get one solely focused on his backstory and like leading up to who he was. Because we're learning about everybody else, which is cool and all, but I really want it to narrow down to who he is, or if they're gonna keep that just unknown at all times. My assumption would be that's the end game, is they talk about him and who he was. All we know is he was some form of high-ranking official before he got a clock as a head. Before we could tell the time by just looking at him. That is the extent of our knowledge. That, and he has amnesia and he can't remember shit. I asked him what 9 plus 10 was and he said 21. So you know, he's not very helpful right now. But I have to imagine that would be the end game.
언젠간
No, my theory gave you negative 45 sanity points. Fair enough.
주인공 의상이 오늘따라 한층 더 돋보이는.
Wow. She did the most damage? Shocking. Oh, okay, yeah, we're officially beyond halfway. I think we do get to the dungeon tonight. I think we do get to the dungeon tonight, actually. So depending on how we do on time, I might start the dungeon. Still a bad day today? What's up? What's going on, not very sane Limbus player? Are you sane today? Is that what's going on? Got another one of those Xenoblade remaster ads. Shows a comparison for the graphics and it's the same picture. Oh god. There was another remaster where it did that, where it was like, look at the difference, and nothing changes. And I can't remember. Oh. You know what? It might have been something for The Last of Us. I think it was like The Last of Us 2 remastered. Look at the great graphical improvements, and nothing changed. It is the same thing. They just want you to pay like $80 for it. It's ridiculous. Black screen preventing my game from launching. That is actually tragic. How long has it been doing that? Or is it like a 50-50 chance? New update boned it. Since the update? Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. They gotta stop remastering games that came out for PS4. You remember when they remastered Spider-Man? I was just confused. I didn't get to play the PS4, like the launch version. I did play the remaster. But looking between them, there is not much of a difference. Besides the Peter Parker changing his face. He morphed, and that's it. Can't play right now, but hey, free lunacy. Yeah, they gave you a free 10 pull for their maintenance, which we got nothing from. I might even do another one. Face the bug, save the Gamba. Face the Dante. Isn't it crazy to think I'm playing a game with Dante, and I'm gonna have to be playing a new game with Dante in a few weeks? It's crazy. I go from Dante with the clock as his face to Dante with sword and 2 pistols. Absolutely wild turn of events.
반드시 팬다. 아비들도 거미지.
Dante versus
이제
Dante.
어떡할까요?
Yeah.
지금 저희가 조용히 이동하기만 하면 다른 신문관들에겐 들키지 않고 지나갈 수 있어요.
Okay. What should we do now? If we move quietly, we might be able to pass by the other Inquisitors unnoticed.
단테 씨, 저 미리 죄송해요.
Dante, I'd like to apologize in advance.
아시다시피 저는 다른 분들처럼 전투에 많은 경험이 없어요.
As you know, I'm not as experienced with fighting like the others.
그래서 저놈들에게 계속해서 심장이 뚫리게 될 수도 있어요.
Our foes might jab me in the heart over and over for that.
그래도 버텨주실 수 있나요?
Will you bear that for me? Sinclair was trembling so badly that it'd be pitiful for anyone to witness. I could tell he was desperately trying to suppress his fear. It wouldn't be the first time Sinclair's died. Whenever he bit the dust, I made sure to bring him back. But today, he's newly asking for my understanding. He looked determined to confront them directly, even if it means he'll die again and again. A feeling quite unlike the fright a usual battle evokes. Maybe he's holding the kind of fear that comes with a certain courage. In that case, are you scared, Sinclair? Sinclair suddenly turned around and gave me a startled look. Did I say something weird? I imagine he turned and gave him a look like a frightened deer.
아니요. 오래전에 같은 걸 물어보았던 친구가 생각나서요.
No, it's just I was reminded of a friend who asked me the same question. Sinclair opened his mouth after a brief pause. His voice cracked.
전 히스클리프 씨 말에 동의해요.
I agree with what Heathcliff said.
의체 머리를 가지고 있어도 단테 씨라는 사람이 달라지는 건 없었을 거예요.
Aesthetic head or not, you would have been the same person regardless, Dante.
그리고 우리 가족들도 마찬가지였겠죠.
I guess the same could be said for my family. Thanks, Sinclair. Ooh. Okay, yeah, I get it. I get it. He's breathing.
아니에요. 이제부터 질리도록 죽을 테니 너무 고마워하시면 제가 불편해요.
It's nothing. I can't have you be too thankful when I'm about to make you suffer by throwing my life away. Just as I realized that I forgot to ask what he said in response to the same question his friend had, Sinclair had already charged into the fray. Little did he know his sanity was so low that he would not be able to fight. Alright, go forth, Ryoshu. You're gonna solo this. You are the storm that is approaching. You got this. Speaking of which, the little bit that I know about Virgil, you're not entirely wrong. Blade of the House of Spiders Ryoshu kinda does just pull out her sword, appear behind them, and then a few seconds later the slash goes in. And the little bit I know about Virgil, that's the kind of shit he does. 1,000 slashes while he's aura farming. And that's all she does. Maybe inexperienced, but he's racist. Yeah, he's using racism powers. Wait, does that mean he's racist towards us? Does he not like us because we're a clock? How could he? Hey, he better not be racist towards Aldous. Listen, I got a problem. That's my barber right there. Oh.
좀더 어설플 거라고 생각했거든.
I have not fallen out of love with that Mere Soul identity. He was one of my first. He was the first I ended up pumping up to the max, and he is not disappointed whatsoever. He ended up... Okay, he's the first character I was able to do 4-digit damage with. It's crazy. Stop listening for like 1 second. Who's racist? Sinclair. Sinclair is apparently very racist. We love Aldous in the house. This is an Aldous fan club right here. We love older women. Oh yeah.
그려낸 거.
Yo, mother. Cut my shit, luscious. I don't have a Heathcliff identity yet. He's the only character I don't have an ID for. Hong Lu also does not have a 3-star. So... Heathcliff has none, and Hong Lu has no 3-star. They're very much lacking. I need to get that fixed. None of my pulls... Wow, this one dude is not gonna have a good time. This one dude right here, this one singular man himself is about to get absolutely destroyed. Yeah, go crazy, gunman. Go crazy. Well. I don't know what's up with Heath. I didn't get a good Heath for a while either. I don't know, maybe it's because he's British. Maybe for some reason... Maybe for some reason the devs don't like him because he's British.
당연한 결과죠.
This is basically the last of my sinners to receive a 3-star. I got lucky that I got this 3-star. I got very lucky. It was just random that I got her. And I really like it because I did not have one for her. I didn't even have a 2-star. So I was shocked when I got this one. But I couldn't be happier. She's really good. Yeah. I know. I have so many of those boxes. It's fine. Middle Sinclair is probably the only identity I'm ever going to use because I never use Sinclair in battle at all. Like I said, the current Sinclair identity I have, the Encore one, is really good. So for now, I'm going to stick with it because he applies Burn and Bleed, and those are the 2 status effects I like the most. So I love Bleed. I went on about it last week when we were doing... Wait. The week before when we were doing Mirror Dungeons, I went on about how much I love Bleed. Sinclair's home was the largest mansion in the neighborhood, standing at the innermost part of town. One could see from a distance that a huge flame was engulfing the estate. It took a moment to try and imagine what this town could look like during its peaceful times. To bring to mind the times when the trees we saw near the town still had lush, verdant leaves. How Sinclair would have been during those times. Or when everyone around him had died. I couldn't paint a clear picture of either happiness or despair. Nonetheless, I only hope that Sinclair can brace himself for the misfortune he'll soon have to face.
정말 심하네요, 이건.
This is awful, to say the least. A courtyard that could have once been a vast, flourishing garden was now full of nails erected tall. Fully erect nails. A variety of prosthetic bodies were pierced by those towering nails. And the house was enveloped in ferocious flame, ready to consume everything around it. While everyone's attention was drawn to the prosthesis, Sinclair's eyes drifted to a corner of the yard.
무덤들이 파헤쳐져 있어?
Graves. They're dug up? Following his gaze, I could see 3 graves that were violated. Sinclair's expression alone was enough for me and all the other sinners to guess who they were for.
부관 참수랑이 마귀가 따로 없구려.
To execute the dead. This is nothing short of a devil's work. Father, mother, and sister. The family he mentioned. That's where they should be resting.
잠깐. 거수자 1명. 전방이다.
Halt. One uniform. Straight ahead.
휘파람 소리.
That whistling.
아니, 아무리 생각해도 너무 웃기잖아.
I mean, it's just too funny when you think about it. Someone walked out of the burning household. Their laugh was simply sinister in every way imaginable.
썩지도 않는 몸뚱이들을 정성스럽게 묻어놓는 거 말이야. 그치?
Why put so much effort into burying bodies that can't even rot? Am I right?
그놈아.
Cromer.
그래도 여기 꼬챙이들 중에 잘
It's the
찾아보면 찾을 수 있을
Crunkly.
거야. 내가 어디에 꽂아놓긴 했거든.
I'm sure you'll find them around here somewhere if you look hard enough. I do remember nailing those 3.
내 말 잘 들으면 위치를 알려줄 수도 있는데.
Be a good boy, and I might just tell you where they are.
어때, 싱클레어? 여기까지 찾아오다니 많이 용감해진 것 같은데?
Well, Sinclair, you've grown a spine coming all the way here.
시체들을 쳐다볼 용기도 기르고 온 거 맞지?
Enough of one to look at a few dead bodies, too. Right?
대체 이렇게
Why? Just... Why all this? Sinclair couldn't even speak properly.
기포팀들은 어디 간 거지? 이 지점까지 왔다면 모습을 보일 정도는 되었는데.
Where did our turret before team get off to? Gotta turn up at this point.
아, 싱클레어 친구들.
Ah, Sinclair's got some buddies.
같이 숨어들어온 다른 쥐새끼들을 찾나 봐.
Looking for the other filthy ratlets that snuck in here?
좋아, 좋아. 잘 봐. 내가 조명을 켜줄 테니까 눈 크게 뜨고.
Okay, okay. Watch closely. I'll turn on the lights. So open your eyes wide.
짜잔!
Ta-da! Holy shit, he's still alive. God damn. I can't outdo that. Effie? Effie was barely breathing. His limbs had been cut away, and deformed prosthetics were crudely lodged in their place.
NPC!
Holy shit! Effie! He was too mutilated to even speak a single word.
저대로라면 온전히 사망까지 걸리는 기간은 평균적으로 이틀이에요.
In his current state, it will take around 2 days for him to completely die.
장대에 서서히 꽂히면서 고통은 배가 되겠죠.
And the pole piercing through him will only amplify his suffering. Then...
관리자님, 저는 사람을 최대한 고통 없이 보낼 방법을 알고 있습니다.
Manager, I happen to know of a method to end a life with as little pain as possible.
쓰였던 적이 많은 기술이라 말이죠.
It's one that saw many uses, in fact.
명령을 요청해도 되겠습니까?
May I ask you to give me the order? I looked to both Gregor and Ishmael. They gazed back at me, and, as if in acknowledgement, dropped their heads low and bit their lips. I understood what that meant.
편해지도록.
Rest in peace. The collar of Addis's clothes brushed against the wind. Then, silence. And it's then broken by Cromer's roaring laughter. Okay, calm down, Kramer. Calm down, Cronkler. It's not that funny. That is fucked up. Holy shit. Well, I didn't like it. I didn't like Effie at all. I did not like him whatsoever. But that's a fucked way to go, man. Oh my god. Shit. Oh god, wait, what about the other one? I'm forgetting her name. Oh god. Hold on, I'm blinking out on her name. Solid, there you go. Yeah, what about her? Wait. Because didn't they go together? They went with the before team. Her I liked. I liked her. Which can only mean that somehow she died even worse. Or she's going to die even worse. Somehow it's going to be even fucking worse because I actually liked her. At the same time, I could hear something else break.
어차피 다 같은 꼴이 될 텐데 챙겨주는 꼴 진짜 웃긴다.
Really? It's hilarious to watch you all care for each other when you'll all meet the same fate anyway.
싱클레어, 이러니까 옛날 생각나지 않아?
Brings you back, doesn't it, Sinclair?
그때 네 표정도 진짜 볼만했었는데.
Your face back then was real priceless.
크로마, 너는 죽어야만 해.
You have to die.
그게 맞는 것 같아.
Yeah. I think that's the right way.
너는 내 손에.
You'll die by my... He was interrupted by the sound of a nail dragging across the floor.
귀도라는 작자군.
It's Guido. We thought we had felled him with our best, but not a scratch went on his body now. It was as if all his injuries healed in that short time. Seeing him walk towards us in perfect condition fatigued the sinners. You hate the lips on his mask? Dude, he's just looking slay, okay? All you have to do is polish the nails a little bit, and there you go, you got slay. Skincare, kill Creamer. Yeah. No, Samu, we're not teaching Creamer about the power of friendship. You know what? She's not even worth the name Creamer. She's not even worth the name Creamer. She's Cronkler. I'm not giving her the name Creamer. She's not worthy of it. Hell no. Oh boy, I hope he isn't Blunt Weak. Oh boy, I hope my entire team isn't Pearson Slash. Rendered speechless, all they can muster from their hearts is a deep groan of contempt.
기도, 나머지는 왜 처리를 못한 거야?
Guido, why couldn't you take out the others?
용서하십시오, 지는 자시여. 제가 미력하였기에.
Forgive my ineptitude, O one who grips. My incompetence allowed them to escape. Alright, you know what? Nah, you know, there was an easy joke to make there. I'm not gonna go for it. Never mind.
항상 경계해야 해. 저 망할 철판떼기 머리에는 뭐가 숨겨져 있을지 알 수 없거든.
You have to stay alert. You never know what's hidden under those cursed steel craniums.
명심하겠습니다.
Creamer the gripper.
지는
Yeah,
자시여.
Creamer the one who grips. I shall keep your word at heart, O gripper. O gorilla grip.
재회는 끝났으니까 나는 다시 돌아간다.
Since the reunion is over, I'll be heading back. Cromer turns around to walk into the burning mansion.
크로마!
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I'm letting him do all the speaking for that one. Good shit, Sinclair. You tell her.
돌아와! 내가 널 이 손으로 쥐어잡고!
Get back here! I swear, I'll grab you with my hand and...
아니지, 싱클레어.
Nope, Sinclair.
항상 그랬지만.
It's always been the other way around. I mean, they call me the one who grips after all, dipshit. A long smirk dances across Cromer's entire face. It's hard to tell if it's the violent blaze or Cromer's vice that is consuming the other. And then...
쥐는 건 나야.
I am the one who grips. What is up with you and gripping? I don't want to get gripped. I don't want you
너희
touching me.
고조 사서들은 나와 다를 거 없어.
Anyways, you want to see your like minions
그 사람이
die in
그에게
one shot?
한껏
Here, I'm gonna show you something funny.
결국 별의 진심이
어중간한 예술은
나는 살고 싶어. 너희도 마찬가지.
수밖에.
Nah, not one shot, but close enough. Get gripped, loser. Yeah. You know the meme of like the guy holding the rat? I imagine that's her. She's gonna grab Sinclair and he's just gonna look like that rat. Wait, I didn't want to be gripped, man. I didn't mean it. Nah, I want it to be the other way around. Fuck it.
그려낸 대로
I want Sinclair to kill her. He earned it. She deserves it. Listen, I didn't like Effie at all. I was more than fine with him dying at some point. Not like that though. I did not want him going out like that. That is fucked. Have her go out like that. I want her to go out like that. Fuck it.
저런 형태로 사람을
No
강화하기도
playing
하고.
Mr. Nice Guy. Kill her the exact same way. She deserves it. I don't care. I don't wish that upon my worst enemy except for her. Let her die by the sword. Let her fall on the sword that she fights with. I don't care. She deserves it.
실밥이 터졌나?
She's trying her best to be Vlad the Impaler, but she sucks ass at it.
매뉴얼을 만들어두길 잘했네.
Look at how much damage he does.
그렇게만 해.
He no-dips her. Alright, go crazy, Ryoshu. Go crazy.
낮도 밤도 지 손을 다 베어냈건
Okay, well, that wasn't exactly going crazy, but close enough. Yeah, not that. Yeah. Sinclair's psyched out. You know what that reminds me of too? Does anyone remember the opening scene of the Castlevania animated series? When Lisa's approaching the castle and all of the bodies are put on the pikes? That's exactly what this reminded me of. She's trying her best to be Vlad the Impaler, but she sucks ass. She could never be Vlad Tepesh. Not in a million years. The Cronkler is just a weak imitation. The Cronkler, the Creamer, the Gorilla Grip. Oh, Sinclair took damage. Sweet. Sinclair, how are you getting your ass handed to you? Come on. Walk in. There we go. Why did she whistle? Is she gonna join the fight? Can we kill her, please? Speed up the process. We don't have to wait. I'm even more sad that Ryoshu is starving. I need out as just food for Ryoshu. Yeah, Ryoshu's hungry.
이번에도 잘해줬어.
If he was rude, but he wasn't even top 30 Limbus characters who deserve all that. Exactly.
도시에는 내가 모르는
Listen, he was a
것들이
bit of a dick, especially the way he acted with Dante.
언젠간
But fuck, he did not deserve that. And they had to show it again. They're just like, hey guys, you remember this? Well, imagine looking at it again. You guys like this, right? Yeah. Yeah, he totally deserves it. Yeesh. Okay. Oh. All right. Good job, Sinclair.
야, 너!
Aye, wait. Sinclair leapt forth to chase Cromer before anyone could stop him. However, he's blocked by the remaining End-Court Inquisitors. In response, he swings his weapon with the tremendous force I never thought he could exert, crushing the head of the one who grabbed him. The Inquisitor collapses to the ground before even a gasp could escape their mouth. Sinclair would normally keep to the back of our group. This was the first time I saw him charge in unprompted like that.
뭐야? 너 이럴 거면 왜 여태껏 뒤에서 꿍지럭거렸냐?
What the hell have you been dawdling in the back for if you could do that?
본인은 그대들의 숨을 멎게 한 기억이 분명하게 있다.
I remember with clarity that I had ended your lives.
두개골의 틈새로 흘러나온 뇌 조각을 똑똑히 보았다.
I had undoubtedly witnessed torn brain tissue spill through the cracks in your skulls.
그러나 그대 이단들은 지금 땅을 밟고 본인의 앞에 서 있군.
And yet, here you heretics are, before me on your feet. Your beautiful, beautiful feet.
오히려 터무니없이 멀쩡히 서 있는 건 그쪽 같은데.
You're not one to complain about miraculous recoveries. Wait, what were you saying about our feet? Guido examines me closely with this piercing glare. Then he starts looking at our feet again. I'm starting to realize he may be a freak. Maybe that's why he has the kissy lips on his mask. He then slowly nods, as if his observation gave him the knowledge he needed.
귀하, 이단의 머리인 자여.
You there, the one possessing the head and feet of a heretic.
필시, 귀하가 신봉자들을 현혹시키고 있는 것이
You
틀림없.
must be the false shepherd enticing this herd and their feet into blasphemy. He proceeds to nudge his chin at the nailed corpses in the courtyard.
저자들은 불결한 몸으로 신성의식의 중심지에 침입을 하는 대죄를 저질렀다.
They committed the grave sin of entering this site of hallowed rites with their unclean feet and bodies.
그리하여 이단과 동일한 처벌을 가했다.
Thus they have been punished with the same penalty as heretics receive.
스스로의 의지 없이 기계라는 이물을 몸에 틀어박은 지옥도 겪게 했다.
They have also been subjected to the humiliation of bodily mechanical intrusions being installed against their will.
하지만 그대들은 다르다.
But you are different.
이단을 신봉하던 죄는 이단의 죄보다는 경하다.
The sin of worshipping a heretic is less severe than indulging in heresy oneself.
하여 그대들이 참회하고자 하고 마음을 씻어낼 수 있다면
Therefore, as long as you are willing to repent and cleanse your minds and feet of sin,
우리 망치는 그대들을 용서할 용의가 있다.
we, the Hammer, are willing to demonstrate forgiveness.
그러니 유혹을 마주한 불쌍하고 어리석은 죄인이여.
So I implore you, ye pitiful, foolish sinners, led astray by temptation,
그 거짓된 기적을 뿌리치고 빠져나와 내 앞에 무릎을 놓이도록 하여라.
shake off the allure of that false miracle, and kneel before me. The confrontation came to a standstill. No one seemed willing to speak first. So, you've all been under my spell or something all along? Huh? Who'd have thought of that? I tried cracking a joke to lighten the mood a little, but no one laughed.
단테 씨, 저자의 말은 당신을 모욕한 거잖아요. 인간 취급도 안 하는 거라고요.
Dante, that man, he just insulted you. And our feet. He talked about our feet a lot. Like, what the fuck is wrong with him, man? Like, seriously, what is it with his... Why does he have kissy lips? Why is he obsessed with our feet? What is this shit? Why are we fighting a fucking pervert? He doesn't even see you as a human being. I mean, you guys call me Clockface all the time, too.
그거랑 다르잖아요. 심지어 저는 그렇게 부르지도 않았...
That's not the same at all. Besides, I've never used that nickname. Ishmael grunted.
그럴듯한 말만 대충 질러버리면 다 되는 줄 아나 본데.
So you think throwing some fancy words around will be enough to persuade us, eh?
빠져나와야 할 놈은 너야, 가면쟁이. 머리가 멀쩡하게 달려 있는데도 그런 생각을 하냐?
Listen up, faceplate. You're the one who needs to throw it back a little. Seems to me your human brain's just as defective. Yeah, it's different when we do it. God, you don't understand shit, Dante. He's talking about cult bullshit, but they are quite literally sinners. Yeah, exactly. They are quite literally called sinners. I do not get what you are talking about. I'll just beat his ass. He's talking bad about your feet.
기회는 충분하게 제공하였다.
You were given ample opportunity. You were given time. You were given orders. And yet I find this planet ill-prepared for the Viltrum Empire. Wait. Wrong character.
그대들 또한 매달리고 꿰뚫린 자들과 다를 바 없고.
You are no different from those we hung and nailed after all.
나는 망치.
I am a hammer.
지는 자께 충성하여 이단의 몸을 꿰뚫는 대업을 맡는 도구.
I am a tool for the Gorilla Gripper, tasked with the great mission of piercing the false flesh of heretics.
내 너희를 못에 꿰어 흙에서 가장 먼 곳에 위치하게 하리라.
I shall bind thee to a nail, and lay thee down furthest from soil.
죄를 참회하지 않는 자.
He who shan't repent.
야,
Are you sure?
그 개같이 긴 시비는 언제 끝나냐?
Oi, when are you gonna finish your stupidly long taunt?
흙으로도 돌아가지 못하리라.
Is not granted rest beneath the earth. Don't interrupt me next time. You're hurting my feelings. Wrong freak. Close enough. They both got like similar freak.
세피라들도 결국 내 편을 쓸
Alright.
수밖에 없을 거야. 나도 그들도 모두 빛의 눈이 멀어버릴
Get
거다.
it, boys. Yeah.
떨거지는
Run
잘라낸다.
it. When do we get the chapter where the Viltrumites show up? Who would be the Thrag of this universe? It wouldn't be Virgilius, right? No shot.
난 너희가 좀 더 어설플 거라고
I
생각했거든.
feel like Virgin would snap like a twig. He's all talk, all bark, no bite. Maybe it's Aldous.
능력을 만들어두길 잘했네. 그렇게만 해.
She's got that older woman buff.
도시에서는 누구도 자유롭지 못해. 저 손님이라고 예외는 아니겠지.
어디에서도 볼 수 없을 색채로.
완전 굴러진
실밥이 터졌나?
도시에선 저런 형태로 사람을 강화하기도 하나 봐. 그려낸 대로.
대상 파괴, 절침탄, 프렌치샷, 확산탄, 임상시험 성공, 여유탄 회수.
그 오물 가져가라. 가져가라.
That was a little weird. The mic was being funky. I was trying to crack some one-liners.
이걸로 공평해졌네. 그려낸 대로.
I was over here trying to make a joke or two, and then the mic started freaking out. It doesn't like me.
대상 확인, 철침탄, 트랜지션, 임상시험 성공.
The mic doesn't have humor. Yeah, no, has no sense of humor apparently.
물어뜯어 고칠 수밖에.
The mic heard me about to say the worst possible joke, and it was like, ah, you know what? Fuck it.
임파스터.
All right, come on, let's finish this fight.
떨거지는
The
잘라낸다.
mic's going on strike during the Clanker chapter. Joke writes itself. Yeah. Of all times it could go on strike, it's just like, no. Not right now.
완전.
Oh, he's impaled himself.
이번에도 잘해줬어.
Talk about
유익한
irony.
책이 또 하나 늘었네.
Literally.
도시에는 내가 모르는 것들.
Okay, let me get water. I'll be right back. While I beat my mic into submission. Imagine fighting a bunch of maniacs and they turn into powerful syndicate members. Imagine fighting a bunch of maniacs and they look into a mirror and they become someone else. That's pretty much a summary of the entire game. Alright, hold on, let me... Mike, are you gonna be okay? You gonna work? You gonna work for me, buddy? You're not gonna turn off in the middle of me speaking? You okay, buddy? Yeah? Okay. Okay. I think we're fine. I hope we're fine. Alright. The ground shook as Guido finally fell. I couldn't help but wonder if we really did him in. Yet, we were too exhausted to bother. Take his helmet off to check his breathing. Sinclair was repeatedly jabbing his spear into a dead Inquisitor. The corpse was mangled beyond recognition, its blood and organs spilling all over the floor.
싱클레어, 진정해.
Sinclair? Calm down. He didn't seem to care about anything other than the body he was set out to destroy. Occasional pants of rage and tearful gasps were all that came out of his mouth.
전부 죽일 거야.
Oh. Kill them all. Sinclair's probably not having a good time, but that, you know, that's just me. That's just what I'm thinking, you know. He might not be having a good time. I knew stopping him was the right thing to do, but no one dared step in. It was evident that he was too blinded by ire to listen to us.
정신 차리게 하는 방법은 생각보다 참 간단하네.
I know a way most simple to bring him back to senses. At that, Don Quixote suddenly jumped Sinclair and pinned him to the ground, thus angering half of the fan base because they wished that they were him. And then she started laying into his face. One fist thrown after the other. Okay, that's maybe going a little too far, but I think Ryoshu's kind of fucking digging this. Ryoshu's like, yeah, yeah. Ryoshu is into this. She's like, wait a minute, hold on. Everyone stay back. Let me enjoy the show.
이거 말려야 하는 거 아니야?
Oh. Shouldn't we do something?
냅둬. 분내나는 싸움 따위.
Leave him be. A couple calves tussling isn't worth intervening. A cloud of dust rose from her ruthless beating. F-H-U. After a while, Don Quixote cut her onslaught.
어떤가? 정신이 좀 드는가?
Pray tell, how dost thou feel now?
미안하네.
Oh, he's dead.
나도 종종 흥분이 몸을 잠식하면 곱비 잃은 말처럼 날뛰곤 했지.
Pardon my rash action. Oft I would find myself overcome by fervor, rampaging much the same as a riderless horse.
그럴 때는 내 옛 친구들이 정신 차릴 때까지 나를 두들겨 패곤 했다네.
At such moments, mine old friends helped me come to myself, by beating me senseless.
그렇게 해야만 정신이 드는 때도 있는 것 같더군.
'Twas, at times, the only remedy to that fever that had overtaken me.
아하, 그러니까 베르길리우스 씨하고도 친구 관계라는 거죠?
Aha! So in that sense, Virgilius must be a good friend of yours too, right?
그게
Well, I... Tears blinked down from Sinclair's bruised eyes.
가만두지 않겠어.
I'll get her for this.
우리 집으로 가서 그 개새끼한테 말똥을 쑤셔 넣을 거예요. 그런 다음은
Over my home and skewer that bitch. I'll skewer her with the stake. And then... The rest of his sentence was overrun with pain sobbing. After a while of sniffling, Sinclair finally seemed to calm down as he put a hand to his face and started muttering.
전 하루아침에 모든 걸 잃었어요.
I lost everything overnight.
그때는 저들이 못과 망치라는 이름을 내세우지도 않았고 저렇게 많은 인원으로 공공연히 다니지도 않았어요.
Also sorry. Hello, Raiders. Hi. Welcome in, Quill, and everyone else. Hi. Hello. Sorry. I don't want to... Usually I would do my whole message, but I don't want to interrupt the moment, you know? But I appreciate it. Thank you. Hello, everyone. Hi. Welcome in. I'll get right back to you in a second. Promise. If not, you can throw tomatoes at me. I guarantee you it is alright. And also, thank you for the follow, Hectic Sketcher. I appreciate it. Then... didn't parade their Nagalund hammer name around. Didn't see large groups like that in the open.
하지만 언제부터인지
But... at some point...
자기들을 망치라고 하는 자들이 하나둘씩 마을에 들어서더니
people calling themselves hammers started showing up in town. One by one. And...
됐어, 꼬맹이. 거기까지면 됐어.
It's okay, kiddo. No need to push yourself. Radia gently pat him on the back.
아직도 생각하곤 해요.
I still think that sometimes.
나쁜 꿈 속에서 아직 깨지 못하고 있는 건 아닐까?
This is all just a bad dream. And I'm having trouble waking up.
매일 아침마다 잠에서 깨서 눈을 뜨기 전에 항상
Always comes. Every morning. Before I open my eyes.
이번만큼은 익숙한 우리 집의 천장이 나오지 않을까?
Maybe this time I'll wake up and see my familiar ceiling. Just maybe. After he said that, he broke into tears. It only made sense to wait for him to settle down.
경미한 손실을 제외하면 완벽에 가까운 제압이었습니다. 이제 말씀하셨던 야근을 속히
어이, 알후가 탈출했다. 팀장이 나설 차례로.
Okay.
다음에는 류슈 팀원에게도
Let Meursault finish talking,
and
then I'll talk. Hello, Quill Raid. It was the Quill Raid. Hi. And yes, I see Quill had to leave, sadly. Thank you for the raid, though. I appreciate it. Hi, everyone who's still around from that. I apologize. I was locked in. I had to make sure to get the rest of it finished. I wanted to read that in one go. I know, it is horrible timing when I'm in the middle of reading. I try my best not to interrupt having to cut in for a section, unless I'm doing a bit. But I didn't want to break into that portion. But hi, everyone. Welcome in. Yes, we're in Kanto 3. We're getting through it. I don't think we're finishing it tonight, but I'm hoping we get to the dungeon, which I assume is going to be here pretty soon. I hope everyone's having a good night, though. To those who stuck around. Well, let's continue. Let's lock in. The evil and menacing black screen. Sweet. I'm hoping that gets fixed by maybe tomorrow, because I really, really want you to get that free 10 pool. That way you can use it and hopefully get the new Outis if you don't already have it. Oh wait, no, yeah, you wouldn't have it because of the black screen. That is tragic. I don't think I've had any issues with this game outside of sometimes when I start it up to do my dailies, the game will crash at the intro screen. Well, not crash, so to speak. It'll say, can't start up, closing game. So that's probably the only issue I've ever had. And even then, usually just restarting it works. Oh, you're a mobile. Okay. Mobile makes a little more sense, yeah. It's fucked. Alright, don't worry, get me on it. I'll fix the mobile port. Promise. Amazing reading / voicing. Thank you. Believe me, I've been messing up my words all night. But I appreciate it. I've been messing up the words all night, and I'm not delivering the voices as well as I usually do. I also still can't... sometimes I don't differentiate their voices enough. Which is shocking because last time I nailed it. Usually I'm able to nail it. This time I haven't been doing it well. Which is tragic, but I guess it's just one of those nights. I've not been able to nail the differentiation. Funny enough, you have more issues with the PC version than the mobile. I don't even know how big it is on mobile, but I don't play any games on mobile as it is. So I wouldn't know. But when I did have a few games, usually mobile was just a mess. So I can believe that being on mobile would have a lot of issues, but PC having a lot of issues is kind of shocking. Believe it or not, the mobile port is a lot better than at launch. Did the mobile port came out? Did the mobile port came out? Oh my god! Oh my god! Did the mobile port come out the same time as the PC? Did they come out the same time, or was one later? See what I mean about not being able to speak? It just happened right now. I could not speak for a solid second. That was tragic. Worst possible experience. I would have assumed that either they came out at the same time or the mobile port came out a little later. Oh, well, no, if you're using the term port, I'd assume mobile came later. Actually, now that I think about it, that would make a lot more sense. This was designed as a mobile live service game. Oh, okay. Live service I get, yeah, that's understandable, but I guess it does feel like a mobile game, especially when you're at the home screen. It's their first mobile game in the series, though. Yeah, that's understandable. From the little bit I know, mainly of Lobotomy Corporation. I did not know the second game existed. I remember when Lobotomy came out, and then I knew about this game, like, roughly a year after it came out. I'm not familiar at all with the Library of Ruina. If not on launch, then released soon after, but the game was initially made only with PC in mind, so the port was a mess. I would assume... Okay, let me say my reasoning why I thought mobile would work. Because this home screen right here is very reminiscent of multiple other mobile games I've played. Specifically, Final Fantasy Opera Omnia? I forgot what the last name of it was. That game had a screen very much like this, where you had your character right here. The bottom part with energy and stuff, that was at the top. And then, yeah, you had the little banners on the side, you had the little buttons on the bottom, those were at the top instead. Imagine it vertically mirrored. It was pretty much the same, so I could easily imagine this being mobile. I moved the wrong thing. Oops. Ow! Damn it. Come here. There we go. Yeah, the buttons on the bottom right here were usually up at the top in Opera. Same with these down here would be up here. And then the settings were, it was just a tiny gear in the corner. So that's why I'm like, okay, I'm pretty sure it would be similar. Oh, she's humming. I'm taking up too much of her time. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. I'll repent for my sins.
There we go. Ryoshu! I almost have the Ryoshu announcer from the Battle Pass. I think I'm like one mirror dungeon and then I get her. I've been trying to finish Library Arena instead of being a fake Project Moon fan, but I realized is I'm maybe just bad at games in general. No. You're learning, okay? I believe in you, Samu. You are learning. You will get it. Promise. I heard Lobotomy Corp is hard, though. I'll agree with Runa. I have heard that Runa is very... Not Runa. I heard Lobotomy Corp was very tough. Library of Ruina, I heard, is extremely long, though. That's the only thing I know about Library of Ruina. When I was reading up people talk about it, a lot of them were saying it is an extraordinarily long game. Her voice weakens the longer she hums.
No, my baby.
Okay. Let's get back into it. When are we going to start having fights with 6 sinners? I want to show off my blood team. Runa is like 100 to 150 hours. God. I don't even think Red Dead 2's that long. Honestly, it's probably a lot of reading. I don't doubt it at all. It is probably the reading. It's what takes me so long to get through this game, is the reading. I am a difficult boss, yes. Runa is the most difficult boss. Even I fear fighting. And thank you for the follow, Runa. Your name is now Ruina. In honor. Poor Bloodfiend identity's getting replaced by furries. Depending on how quickly you clear bosses, it can add an upward of a few extra hours. Yeah, I feel like that's what even makes this game so long. I've heard to get through all the Kantos, it's like roughly 60 to 70 hours, and I guarantee you 99% of that is reading, because the combat is very simple, I think. I don't think the combat's too hard. The bosses are probably the only exception, and even then, the bosses, it comes down to you learn their mechanics, you use those mechanics. Or, if you're some people, okay, majority of people, apparently, they tell me, they use the win rate button and then call it a day. So I understand. We entered the charred mansion, and Sinclair led us to the basement. When he opened the door, a long underpass leading to an unknown destination was revealed to us. To think there'd be a tunnel down here.
아마 제 짐작이 맞는다면 이 통로가 로보토미 집으로 이어지는 통로일 거예요.
So, if my guess is right, then this passage should lead to the branch facility.
지하실에 대체 왜 이런 수상한 통로가 있는 거야?
Why are you keeping this shifty shaft in your basement?
원래는 없었어요.
It wasn't here before.
뭐? 그럼 우릴 어떻게 알고 지하실로 안내한 건데?
What? Then how'd you know we ought to go to the basement?
나침반이 북쪽 방향에 이끌리듯이 그냥 느낌으로 알 수 있었던 것뿐이에요.
It's like how magnetic fields draw a compass needle northward. I was brought here by intuition. I kind of knew Faust was going to be the one that reacted to that. I already knew she was going to be the one that react to that. Isn't that what it is?
저희를 가지를 향한 나침반으로 쓰려고 데리고 다니는 거.
You're bringing us along to use as centers for the bows. Sinclair quietly looked at Faust. Instead of answering him, she strode past him and stood before the door.
재질을 보아하니 비교적 최근에 만들어진 것 같군요.
Judging from the material, this tunnel seems to have been made relatively recently.
아마 엔사의 파견원들이 이곳을 점령하며 만들어 놓았겠죠.
It was likely dug by Incorp's expeditionary forces when they had occupied the town.
짧은 길은 아닐 거예요. 그들만을 위한 통로인 만큼 적들을 마주칠 가능성도 다분하겠죠.
It won't be a short trip. Given that this passage was excavated for their use, we will assuredly run into foes on the way.
준비되었으면 출발하죠.
We should move once we are ready.
그렇게 쳐다보지 마세요, 단테.
Don't give me that look, Dante.
저는 아무 말도 할 수 없을 뿐이에요.
I am simply not in the position to comment on it. Does she have a kanto? I don't mind if anyone tells me this. Is one of the upcoming kantos about her? That I don't mind. This is the one time I will let everyone spoil me a little bit.
그려낸다.
Which one? Faust. Does Faust have a kanto focused on her?
이 순간이
Not yet. She's gonna be Kanto 12. Faust is one not yet released. Okay, yeah, that's what I mean. I mean like released already, if she had one. Let's just double down. We know the order of the Kantos, but Faust hasn't had her turn yet. Oh, did they reveal that, or...? Was that something that was just found out through external means? Is something already shown to you? Is it? During the introduction of the... Oh, wait. Is it their designation number? Is that what it... Is that it? Order of Sinner Order of Sinner Introductions. Oh, okay. Not designation number. Got it. Okay. Huh. That's kind of unique then. Kanto order is the order that, yeah. Okay. That's pretty cool. None of the first 12 Pong Kantos, you can go back and find it. Okay. Was I wrong when somebody said Kanto 10 was going to be Mere Salt? Am I wrong? Was that what I was told? Was it that 10 was going to be Mere Salt? Here's next. Sweet. Okay, cool. That's who I'm looking forward to the most. I really want to see Mere Salt. I like the fact that we got a bit of a lore drop for him earlier. I really want to know more about him. He's probably the character I'm interested in the most. So I definitely want to see more. Then Audis, then Faust. Oh, so Audis hasn't had hers yet. There's a lot of cool lore drops that happen throughout the Kantos. It's hype. Okay, obviously I'm only on Kanto 3, but I'm gonna say like I told everybody last time, I really enjoyed Kanto 2 because every character got to have their moment before the end. Obviously the end is when it really showed it was Rhodians, but I liked Kanto 2 because it was a little more easygoing, it was a little more on the silly side, but that actually helped every character kind of show who they are, and I thought that was cool. I thought it helped flesh out everybody. Kanto 2 is the worst Kanto. Yes, I was told that last time too, that it's considered the worst. And I liked it. Because I like it when they do character building like that. That's a personal thing for me. I really like it when you let the characters be a little goofy, you let them be a little silly, but you also give them that time to show, like, okay, here's a little bit more about them without having to go so serious and write it on the, you know, write it right in front of you. Instead, you have the writing on the walls. You're like, okay, you read into it a little bit. You understand who they are. Like, hell, we got a lot more of Ryoshu acting like herself in Kanto 2, and I thought that was funny, but it was also kind of cool. After Kanto 3, you also get intervalos. I was going to ask about that, because I heard that mentioned, and I didn't know what those are. So... there's a funny term for a poison burn identity. What is it? Boys? Don't skip intervalos. Like, oh, are they optional? I thought they were forced. So you're saying I can build the porn team? I see, I see. I have an idea. Intervalos are just events and they are all canon. They're sub-stories, not filler. Okay. I like the lighthearted stories only because, like I said, I think they allow... Oh my god, yes, I'll refill. Only because I think they allow a lot more time to let the characters open up a little bit. They let them show who they are, rather than always being, yeah, the serious, the glum. Okay, I get it, obviously. Given the world this is, I understand it. But I really do like having lighthearted stories. And I think that's where this game strives. Because even this one, at the start of it, was a little silly. This one, at the start of it, had some silly moments, and I thought that was good. I thought it was hype. The first Kanto, not really. First Kanto was whatever up until the end. I liked Gregor's whole section. Like his revelations and everything. Especially given he kind of started fucking with Dante a lot at the end of that one, and I liked the way they act with each other. Again, I like the fact that Gregor will say something, and then he kind of just, in my mind, he goes up to Dante and he's like nudging him with the shoulder, with his elbow. He's like, hey, you want to hear something funny? So, I kind of like that. There are a few roadblocks in certain contests you need to read. Okay, I'm gonna read them backwards then. First few intervalos are nice and lighthearted, but others are very serious and more dense. Again, that's fine. As long as it's a good balance, and so far this game's done a really good balance. Like, obviously we had the April Fool's event to be the silly. But even that, I kind of liked the way the story went for that one. I also kind of liked the end part. Okay, because I know that takes place technically later in the story, when he wakes up. That's kind of revealed. But I'm also curious, because the way Faust acts with him at the end, when it's just, they're no longer babies or anything, he woke up. I liked the way Faust was interacting with Dante. It's like something's changed from the way she's interacting with him right now. The way she interacted with him during like the end of that event when they're just talking, I liked that more than the way character development. Yeah, that's what I want to see. I want to see the character development because I like the way that she acted with him when they're normal. Since he was awake again and just talking to her. I won't say where or what, but there's been a lot of development for Sinners. Honestly, I want to see Ryoshu the most. Ryoshu, Mirsalt, and Faust are like the three I want to see the character development in. Grigor, I kind of don't see too much more. He's kind of an open book in the way he's acted. Unless there's something I don't know about him, he's already kind of shown who he is. And I like Grigor. Grigor's the GOAT. Like, dap me up, Grigor. I fucking love Grigor. He's genuinely the homie. Ryoshu's story and development hurt me. Honestly, I could be wrong. I could be completely wrong, but part of me's telling me that Ryoshu's gonna have that kind of tortured soul development. Like, yeah, okay, the way she's acting is probably how she is normally, but I feel like some of it is her putting on an act. That could be me reading into it wrong, but very early on, that's the vibe I'm getting. That there's... It's kind of a mask for who she really is. Partially, at least. Partially. I only say partially. Okay, here we go. This is the dungeon. It's still really early in the stream. We're gonna get into it. I don't know if we finish it, but we're getting into it.
카니발 타임.
Nice. The branch facility we entered was not as well preserved as the one we had visited in District 4. It seems Encor's Inquisitors have been using this place as their base for a while. Various torture devices and bits of flesh and machinery like those we saw in town came into my sight.
이제 제발 그만해. 너무 고통스러워서.
What? I can't do a robotic voice. Hold on. I don't know how I do one. Shit. The robot from the last Kanto was more of a silly, goofy voice. This one is just like as if he's got a voice changer, and that's kind of hard for me to do. I just don't think I can do that, sadly. I need to get a voice changer. I'm gonna install a voice box just to do that. Please stop. It hurts. It hurts so much.
여자가 고통을 논하는군.
Huh. This one speaks of suffering.
필시 거짓 아픔일 것이다. 신경 쓸 것 없다.
It must be a false cry. Pay it no mind.
아니야. 정말 아파. 아프다고요.
No. Pain. It's real, I swear.
불순물을 몸에 붙일 때는 아프지 않았는가? 인간이기를 그만두는데 마음이 소리치진 않았는가?
Did it not hurt to attach these impurities to your flesh? Did your conscience not scream as you rejected your humanity?
그만. 이자가 참회를 하기엔 이미 늦었다.
Enough. This one is too far gone to repent.
보아라. 눈물도 흘리지 않지 않는가? 거짓 고해라는 것이다.
Does the absence of tears not say enough? This one is only pretending to confess.
아니야. 눈물 흘릴 수 있어. 그러니까 제발.
No, wait. I can shed tears. So I beg you, please.
확인하지 않을 필요까지는 없지 않겠는가?
We can afford to verify. Can we not?
물론 거짓 없는 울음은 인간성을 의미할 테니.
Indeed. Where a genuine effusion of sorrow suggests humanity.
감사합니다. 정말 감사합니다.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
자, 그대의 눈을 들추어 보겠다.
Now, we shall lift your eye.
눈물샘마저도 추악한 불순물로 몸에 붙인다고 하니 직접 보지 않으면 신뢰할 수 없다.
Their heretical depravity knows no bounds. They've gone so far as to make vile devices that mimic tear glands. We must see with our own true eyes that this isn't the case.
그대의 눈을 뽑아 그 자리에 살이 들어차 있다면 내보내주도록 하지.
We will let you go if we can confirm that your eye socket is indeed of flesh and blood.
뭐? 안 돼. 안 돼.
What? No. Stop. Huzzah! Wow, she did that with a little bit of flair, huh?
이단은 벌레와도 같군.
You heretics truly are like pests.
홀로 자리하지 않고 끊임없이 대업을 방해하는 것이 아주 흡사하도다.
Never alone, with a habit of constantly obstructing our great task. You are kindred creatures indeed.
Radia shrugged when I looked back.
왜? 이번엔 나도 한번 나서보고 싶었어.
What? I wanted to take charge for once. Good job. Good job. I'm proud of you. You know what? Good for you. No support? Nah, we got it. The worst case scenario, everyone dies and it goes horribly wrong. She's so awesome. Yeah, I'm proud of her. Still, Kanto 2 didn't really give too much on her, though. So I'm curious to see if they expand on her a little more. What I mean by that is they did show a lot, but they kept her feelings about it vague. They showed a lot of her actions and what she'll do, and they showed only a little bit of how she feels about it. They didn't give a lot of elaboration. The only thing for sure is when somebody's having a really tough episode, she steps in. She's the one who's usually trying to comfort them, especially Sinclair. Especially Sinclair. She watches over that like a baby bird. She's the mother hawk. Let's see. All level. Come on. Come on. Oh, I can't go to that one anyways because there's no connection, but I want to go to it, man. Oh well. So, in this order. I'm trying to break the game, man. For being so social, she's genuinely one of the most closed-off sinners to me. Yeah, because she talks a lot, and she's definitely the more social one, like you said. But she never lets it show how she really feels. Outside of the rare occasion where she'll be like showing some form of emotion besides just being like cocky or snarky or silly. Even in the end of Kanto 2, she ended up being very silent. She feels like a caged off extrovert. Yeah, pretty much. She shows a lot on the outside while keeping everything important on the inside. And it's like Dante was pointing out at the end of Kanto 2. He noticed that there was a lot she wasn't saying, and he just chose not to push it. But he could tell that she wasn't saying everything, or showing everything that she felt. Oh, this is who I think it is, isn't it? Oh, great. She's gonna be a fucking head attached to a voice box, isn't she? Something horrible. I can already tell I know who this is. I'll be. You've all gotten better at fighting, haven't you? A faint voice calls to us from the corner. Sword? Okay, I'm gonna hope that she's not. It doesn't look like that bad. Soud is resting against the wall, exhausted. She was covered in bites and gnawings left by the Picatula? Picatula.
괜찮으세요? 일어설 수 있으시겠어요?
You alright? And get up easily? Saad could barely talk, let alone stand on her feet. She slowly began to speak, each word filled with pain.
에피는 어떻게?
Hey, your shoulder looks missing. Effie, how is he?
살아있죠? 밖에서 만났죠?
Alive, yeah? You must have met outside. Everyone is hesitant to answer Saad's desperate question. How could any of us inform her of the morbid state Effie was in, and how we had to put him out of his misery?
네, 살아있어요.
Yes. He's doing fine now. Hong Lu answered quietly. No sooner came forward to elaborate.
잡담은 그만하지.
That's enough chatter.
또 그 이상한 것들이 기어오는 듯하니.
Seems more of those oddities are crawling our way. A swarm of Pichetula approached us. It was as though our guilt about lying to her had gained physical form. Damn. I guess you could say we're sinners now, huh? Okay, let's go do this one.
불로 정화하고
It's not that dark
깨끗한 세계를 세우라.
yet. Hong liar. Hey, I appreciate him for being the happy-go-lucky man who doesn't know how to hold back. I appreciate him for actually taking the time to consider and softly, gently try and convey that he's gone. Especially given he does not know when to keep his trap shut. It was nice to see him finally show some compassion and that he knew how to read a room. Because he's never known how to read a room. He is always a little too kind and a little too over the top. So I'm glad he actually showed that he knew how to read the room. The city just needs a bit of kindness. You know, his kindness is a little ill thought sometimes, but
도시에는 내가 모르는 것들이 많아.
the team wouldn't be the same without him. As much as I don't talk about him, the team would not be the same. I need his
단 하나의 책을.
kindness. Yeah. Listen, this city was built on rock and roll and bones and blood and bugs and stuff like that, but let's just kill this big guy. I'm not saying anything. Guys, no fighting in chat.
재밌네. 난 너희가
No, no,
좀더
no.
어설플 거라고 생각했거든.
You can't have that.
왜? 좀
I
긁혔어?
can't turn back the clock, so if anyone kills anyone in chat, well, you're just gonna have to live with the consequences. I can't bring you back.
예외는 아니겠지. 그려낸 대로.
어중간한 예술.
Natural rage baiter, true. And he doesn't even try to. He just does it for the sake of doing it. It's not fighting, don't worry about it. Okay, why is Samu dead in the corner then? Explain this to
이렇게
me.
하나씩 알아가다 보면 언젠간 반드시 찾을 수
Objection!
있겠지.
That motherfucker's dead!
세상의 모든 것이 담긴 단 하나의 책을.
Sure. There's a machine in this dilapidated room. Wait, no, I was gonna say it right. What the fuck am I on about? A long, bulky lever is at the center of the machine, adorned with springs. The urge to pull it is growing stronger and stronger. I gotta pull it. I gotta jork it. I mean, pull it. What will you do? I'm a gambling man. Wait, I didn't win any of my 10 pulls today, actually. Fuck. Wait, this isn't good. Putting a spontaneous thought into action is as impulsive and uninhibited as a child reaching for off-limits marshmallows. When you pull down the lever, a clack follows soon after. The springs begin to turn, some slow, some quick, some clockwise, some cockwise. Watching the machine's rumble grow wilder, you feel anxious.
Yeah, pull the lever.
The machine stopped at last. Huh, would you look at that? A small wooden chest rose from the floor. Carefully open it to find a bundle of torches. It's not much, but they should give you momentary relief in the dark. You take the torches out of the room. Nice. Start the next 3 battles with 3 haste. Okay, sweet. Okay, if we're gonna begin the next 3 battles, I should probably just go try and get to the end before I come back and do these little ones. I can do that, right? Yeah, okay, I can do that. It's fine.
Dante, manage your sinners, Dante. They're dying too much, Dante. The toilet is clogged, Dante. Turn back the clock, Dante. I need to shit, Dante. Please, Dante, I can't keep holding it in. Dante, I don't want to unclog it, Dante. I don't know who used it before me, but that shit is nasty, Dante. Please. I need to go to the bathroom, Dante.
You see a large gate in the distance. There's something eerie about the pointed fences and stone walls. It looks to be the only way through this area, but it's guarded by a large number of inquisitors. Is there anything we can do about them?
We shouldn't have gone to Taco Bell, Dante. Those beefy 5-layer burritos are burning a hole through my stomach, Dante. I need to run, Dante, please. Turn back time.
No, Virgilius, you did this yourself.
Dante, please. I will never ask anything for you again, Dante.
No, Virgilius. Go outside, dig a hole in the ground like a man.
Dante, please.
Pass to buff all allies and reduce the number of waves by 1. Reduce number of waves. Begin a combat encounter. Yeah, let's go Assassin's Creed style. Let's sneak attack them. The forest is dense, but there are still gaps within it. If we tread carefully, we might be able to strike the Inquisitors from behind. It would give us a considerable advantage in the upcoming battle. Well, shit, I don't have a very high, so... wow, what do you mean 1 through 30? Okay, fuck it, go ahead. Not bad. Sinclair slowly walked into the woods. Soon enough, a few Inquisitors fell to the ground.
Heretics! The heretics are here!
Though we couldn't take them all down at once, it was enough to break their formation. We'll be able to pass through once we take down the rest. Sweet. Good job, Sinclair.
어려울 것도 없네요.
제한 명령 지역으로 이동.
If Dante reverses the clock on a clogged toilet, do they have to go through the pain of clogging it?
의도는 모르겠지만 이걸로 공평해졌네.
Well, no. As long as Virgilius doesn't, like, shit his entire ass out, I think it should be fine.
Dante, I had extra red sauce in my burrito, Dante.
그려낸 대로.
They unshit themselves, surely. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, that's the worst case scenario.
Dante, you betrayed me. I have to go to the bathroom again, Dante. How could you?
Well, you asked for this. Well, it wasn't my fault.
불길 속으로.
Dante. It fucking broke, Dante. Don Quixote went back to the casino. She spent all of our money, Dante.
그렇게만 해.
I don't see how that's really my fault.
Dante. She bought too many Labubus, Dante.
필주의 의지만 있다면 이중격
Ron bought the entire company of Reese's. We have no fucking money, Dante. She bought the entire factory, Dante. We have no money.
But I like Reese's.
Dante, the entire factory. We can't afford anything, Dante.
떨거지는 잘라낸다.
At least we have food.
완전
I don't think anyone else is gonna complain.
Dante, I have an allergy to peanuts, Dante.
이번에도 잘해줬어. 유익한 책이 또
Wonder what the
하나
bathroom
늘었네.
situation is on the bus. This might be the worst discussion ever, but surely there's been arguments about it.
이렇게 하나씩 알아가다 보면 언젠간 반드시 찾을 수 있겠지.
She
세상의 모든
gambled the
것이라면
entire company fund
단
on
하나의
17 black and she lost. Like, what the fuck? She kept saying 17 black, Dante. Over and over again. All she said was 17 black.
I heard that familiar, yet ominous sound of a nail being dragged across the floor from not too far away.
Dante. I fucking hit tails, Dante. I'm so doomed.
관리자님, 앞으로는 확인 사살을 기본 전투 계획에 넣는 것이 어떠신지 건의드립니다.
Manager, if I may be forward, I would suggest soon including steps in your combat protocol to confirm that our foes are dead. The thought of his return makes what hair I have stand on end. Dante, you have hair? I don't want to know where, actually. Forget I asked. Oh my fucking god.
말살되어야
Oh my god, dude. Again?
Ye heretics must be exterminated.
How long have you been... Kaido approaches at a slower gait than before, but his gaze is firmly fixed on me.
그리고 나머지는 정화한다.
And the rest shall be purified.
Now show me your feet! I needed to rewind the clock. Most of the sinners were either dead or gravely injured. Really? They took no damage when I was fighting, but okay. There was no way... There was no way an effectively non-combatant manager and someone barely holding on to her life could take him.
멈추세요.
Please. Stop. Oh, she's got the fucking strap. Oh, it's even got a red dot sight. Sweet. Just then, Saud pulled out a gun. She pointed the barrel at me.
움직이지 마시길 바랍니다.
I need you to keep still.
그 시계를 돌리는 순간 제 총이 그대로 머리를 꿰뚫어 버릴 거예요.
The moment you try to turn that clock, my gun will blow off your head. Saud?
그렇게 쳐다봐도 저한텐 안 들려요. 하지만 말해드릴게요.
Don't look at me. That... I can't hear you. I can tell you this.
당신을 없애는데 협조하면 에피는 살려서 보내준다고 했어요.
I promised. Let Effie go. I helped to get rid of you.
시간을 지나치게 오래 끌었다.
I let too much time pass. Oh, well, he's crushing the clock. Gaido comes to me and grabs me by the neck. I tell him I'm not into this. I'm not that kind of lover. But he seems to not care. Then, he grips my head tightly with his other hand, as if to crush it. I told him that's not where you're supposed to put my fingers. If you're trying to choke me, you put them... Creaks, cracks, and rattles ring inside my head. His fingers being inches away from shattering my head terrifies me. Come on, Dante, tap into that, like, ultra instinct. I know you got something. You have to have some sort of power in there. Come on, buddy. It's time. Show him what you're made of. Is this it? Is this how I die? Could this have turned out differently if I was a better manager? I remember Heathcliff menacingly asking if there was a way to open up my head so he could see what's inside. Tough luck, Heathcliff. You'll be missing out on a good show. I heard a sound. It was the sound of something breaking. Fortunately for me, it didn't come from my head. See? Sinclair doesn't die that easily. Gaido staggers. A nail was lodged in his back, and Sinclair was gasping for air behind him. He was nearly unconscious, lying still until moments ago. It's a miracle that he managed to get up and do this. I could escape Gaido's grasp thanks to him. But Gaido stood firm despite Sinclair's desperate attack. He collected his breath and slowly turned around.
그렇군.
I see.
그대 또한 이단이라는 것이군.
You too are a filthy heretic with dirty feet.
너희들 다 미쳤어. 제정신이 아니야.
You're all insane. Out of your minds. I'm talking about feet.
진은자께서 말씀하셨지.
Gorilla Grip had once said.
그대도 또한 진은자일 수 있었다고.
That you could have become the one as well.
그러나
What a shame.
쥐는 방향이 잘못되었군.
You grip with the wrong direction. Sinclair, run away. I can't help you.
아니요. 이제 안 도망쳐요.
No. I'm not running anymore.
좋은 대답이네요, 싱클레어 씨.
I like that answer, Sinclair.
Gunfire filled my ears. But the bullet struck Gaido's head.
스스로 멸망에 이르는 자들이여.
You who bring ruination upon yourselves.
망치는 계속해서 그대들을 쫓을 것이니.
The hammer shall continue to pursue you.
With those words, Gaido fell to the floor, motionless. Damn, I'm shocked he was able to live that long with a fucking bullet to the brain, really. This man might be the courier from Fallout New Vegas. He got straight up domed And he still had enough time to give some monologue. And in that hush, I heard her handgun drop to the floor. Sad.
에피는 역시 죽었죠?
Effie. He's dead. Isn't he?
당신들은 허술해요. 거짓말을 하려면 좀 그럴듯한 표정이라도 짓던가요.
You're all terrible liars. At least try to make it somewhat believable.
소드 씨, 얼른 나가자고. 지혈 좀 하고 그러면은 괜찮을 거야.
Come on, Sod. Let's get out of here. You'll be okay. Just gotta stop the bleeding and get you patched up.
맞아요. 제가 지혈대를 챙겨.
Right. I'll get a tourniquet.
무슨 말을 하는 거예요? 제대로 움직이기도 힘든데.
Don't be stupid. I can hardly lift a finger.
더군다나 저 신문관들은 계속 올 텐데요. 당신들은 계속 내려가야 하잖아요.
Besides, those inquisitors will keep on coming, won't they? You guys need to keep moving down.
제가 여길 맡을 겁니다. 먼저 가세요.
I'll hold them off here. You should go.
어떻게 그래요?
You can't. Can't do that.
제대로 움직이기도 힘들다면서요. 그래서는 어떻게 뒤를 맡기겠어요? 네?
You said yourself that you can hardly lift a finger. Can't let you watch our backs when you're in such a mess. Please?
저기 이럴 땐 그냥 고개 끄덕이고 잽싸게 넘어가면 되는 거랍니다.
You know, in moments like this, you're supposed to just nod at me and be on your way.
격 떨어지게 남은 사람 걱정을 왜 하는 거예요?
Why do you care so much about the one who volunteered to stay behind?
그치만
You can't. You can't just...
이거 진짜 구질구질한 장면인 거 알아요? 기껏 멋있는 구도가 잡혔잖아요.
Aw, you're making this pretty awkward, you know? Here I thought I could have a cool farewell.
파우스트, 얼른 이 멍청이들 데리고 가줘요.
Faust, please take these absolute dorks out of here.
베르길리우스 씨한테는 안부 전해드리죠.
I'll make sure to give Virgilius your regards.
안부는 무슨.
No need.
인사나 한번 와달라고 해주세요. 무슨 뜻인지 알죠?
Just tell him to come visit and say hello someday. Know what I mean?
네.
Of course. We headed for the next area, leaving Saud to die. We all stayed silent for a long while. Sinclair's determination to stand up to Cromer after 3 strokes have been drawn. What? You know, this is the first dungeon we've been through that has a very elaborate floor plan. None of them have a floor plan like this. That is odd. Okay, let's... I guess let's go back and start doing some of these. Honestly, if that's the last time we see her, then I'm glad she got to go out like that. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, we don't have to see her suffer a worse fate. I kind of feel like the best option is she bleeds out, dies there. Fingers crossed. Because I liked her. It was funny to have her there, just because she was tired of everyone's bullshit. And she even kept that up till the end. I really hope they don't pull some bullshit on her before she dies. I hope that that's the last we see of her. If she dies bleeding out right there, I think that's the best case scenario.
Let me have a cool death. Now get out. Hurry. Get the fuck out. I'm trying to aura farm, man. Come on. Don't do this to me.
I think that's the best way for her to go out. She gets to shoot him right in the head, aura farm, say that you guys are fucking up my death, and then that's it. Hype. Absolute cinema. I really liked that. I just hope that's how she gets to go out. But also, something I wanted to point out, I kind of like the fact that everybody was really hesitant. They didn't want her to die. And I really like that touch, especially given, besides Faust, she was kind of a bitch towards everyone else. Not bad, don't get me wrong, but she never once even bothered trying to be nice to anyone else. She kind of insulted all of them, excluding Faust. Oh no, she even insulted Faust in Kanto 2. But I still like the fact that none of them wanted to see her die. They were still trying their best. I just really like that. Steel door rests on one side of the room. It looks too thick to be easily broken or breached with force. There's got to be something totally valuable through here if it's guarded this tight. The sinner might be right. Treasure might be waiting behind the door. What should you do?
Yeah, let's fucking open it.
Let's open it with
force.
Alright, Mersal, I want you to blow the fucking door open. You have a shotgun for a reason, baby. Meersalt pushed at the door with all their might. The door shook little by little, but refused to give way. Dude, shoot it. You have a shotgun. Alright, you've done enough. I tried to get the sinner to stop, but Meersalt kept on pushing, fully focused on the door. After some time... There. The door was opened. A path was hidden behind it. See? I knew Meersalt was going to be able to do this. Also, it's very in character that he's the one who did it, because of the fact that, remember, if you give him an order, he's going to follow that order. I think it fit perfectly. I think that was perfect, because he wasn't listening. You can stop, Meersalt, it's fine. Meersalt, stop pushing on the fucking door. The only reason why it takes so many contests to collect the bows is because Dante never commanded him to do so. Yeah. Meersalt, can you collect the bows? Done. But done. Oh, okay. Thanks, Meersalt. I've collected all the bows. Our bows are dead. Dante. Why didn't you do that in the first place, Dante? I didn't think about it. I didn't think he'd actually be able to do it. I did it without a sweat, manager. What is your next command? Tell him to solo every boss and he'll do it. All you'll hear is tremor bursts. In my case, all you'll hear is him loading the shotgun and just blasting shit. Skip over all the Sinner's character development and get right to the end, baby. Yeah. Mere salt. Kill that son of a bitch. Yes, boss. Boom. End of game. We don't need character development when we have mere soul. We don't need anything when we have mere soul. We have mere soul, and that's enough. Mere soul, claim his bones. Mere soul, remove his muscle tissue. On it.
불길 속으로.
Mere soul, take him to court.
조준의 제압개체의 두 날을 환 여유탄
Mere soul, spin his balls. Go on, win the clash. Mere soul, win the game for me. Mere salt, pass the salt.
어디에서도 볼 수 없을 색채.
이번에도 잘해줬어.
Mere salt, delete France.
또 하나 늘었네.
I can't do that.
도시에는 내가 모르는 것들이 많아.
Mere salt, get middle outest for me.
이렇게 하나씩 알아가다 보면
Mere salt, bless my temple.
반드시 찾을 수 있겠지. 세상의 모든
Okay, let's
것이
go down here.
단 하나의
불로 정화하고 깨끗한
Mere
세계를
salt,
세우라.
train my umas. Mere salt, shit my pants.
세피라들도 결국 내 편에 설 수밖에 없을 거야.
Yes, sir.
나도 그들도 모두.
Whatever you command, I shall do. Please, remove your pants, so that I may shit in them. Mere salt, unshit my pants.
불길 속으로.
Your word is my command.
철침탄 트랜지션 버선탄 임상시험 성공.
새삼스럽지만 또 괜찮네. 제법이다.
그 오물을 떼어내주지.
Good shit, Sinclair. Mere salt, be the storm that is approaching. Mere salt, become the son of Sparta. Mere salt, what is a man? Miserable pile of secrets.
숨이 닿도록 배우는 임파스터.
Mere salt, bet everything on 17 black.
필중의 의지만 있다.
Mere salt, let it ride.
재밌네.
이중
난 너희가 좀 더 어설플 거라고 생각했거든.
완전 여유탄.
이번에도 잘해줬어. 유익한 책이 또 하나 늘었네. 도시에는 내가 모르는 것들이 많아. 이렇게 하나씩 알아가다 보면 언젠간 반드시 찾을 수
Dozens of
있겠지.
old broken crates littered the floor.
세상의
Oh my
모든
god.
것이다.
Yes, I hear you
하나의
speaking to me.
재미.
Yes, I hear you. Thank you. Ugh. Cobwebs. Clearing things away, you find 3 particularly large crates buried underneath. These are all locked. Looks like the keyholes have the same shape. Alas, the key is of a soft constitution. It won't be feasible to use it again once it has been inserted into a lock. Sounds like you only get one try. Which one should you open? Gain an ego that boosts defense. 50% chance to gain an ego that boosts bleed. This is... The crate contained a brown nail. Not a bundle of nails, just a slightly large one, covered in rust and dust. The heck? The sinners looked devastated by the fact that the key was wasted on this. Can't just throw away loot. If you aren't gonna use it, hand it over. One sinner was showing interest in the item, so you gave it to them and went on your way. Sweet. Nice. Huge. Okay, now we go back up and start clearing everything one by one. Wait, hold on. Is this gonna have a story event? No. Okay. Kinda wanna go up there though.
I gotta get the most out of the dungeon.
살점을 찢으면
Your Salt, break open the boxes with your fist. Your Salt, reverse long jump. But that would skip the entire game.
떨거지는 잘라낸다.
Just do it, Your Salt. We're trying to speed run.
이 순간이 다도 되어내리라.
재밌네.
Your Salt, pay child support.
좀더 어설플
No.
거라고 생각했거든. 이번에도 잘해줬어. 유익한 책이 또 하나 늘었네. 도시에는 내가 모르는 것들이 많아. 이렇게 하나씩 알아가다 보면 언젠간 반드시 찾을 수 있겠지.
You think Your Salt knows how to dance?
세상의 모든 것이 담긴
Well,
단 하나의 책을.
I was gonna say, he never gave a response in Kanto 2. When everyone was being asked, he just stood silent. He might. We may never know. Your Salt, grab me a beer from the fridge.
그려낸 대로.
이중격 완전 여유한 횟수. 다 죽어라.
재밌네.
이 순간이
난
다도
너희가 좀 더 어설플 거라고
되어내리라.
생각했거든.
One of these days, we're gonna learn that Mir Salt is a jazz musician.
이번에도 잘해줬어.
He only moonlights as a sinner.
유익한 책이 또 하나 늘었네.
In reality, he's a winner.
도시에는 내가 모르는 것들이 많아. 이렇게
Oh,
하나씩
okay.
알아가다 보면 언젠간 반드시 찾을 수 있겠지.
Man, this is a big first floor.
세상의
Is
모든
it
것이
3
담긴
floors? Yeah, it's 3
단
floors.
하나의
That's
책을.
shocking.
Dear God, he's French.
제한 명령 지역으로 이동.
Mir Salt, teach me how to make a baguette. Mir Salt, introduce me to the spy from Team Fortress 2.
떨거지는 잘라낸다.
왜? 좀
재밌네.
이중격
난 너희가 좀 더 어설플 거라고 생각했거든.
지원을 갖춰.
다 죽어라.
Off to visit your
그대로
mother.
무너져.
이번에도 잘해줬어. 유익한 책이 또 하나 늘었네. 도시에는 내가 모르는 것들이 많아. 이렇게 하나씩 알아가다 보면 언젠간
살점을
반드시
찢으면
찾을 수 있겠지.
더 붉게
Your Salt,
칠해지겠지.
세상의 모든
Red
것이
Spy is in
담긴
the base.
단 하나의 책을.
I don't know the password for the door.
Shit, what did the soldier put in? Ah, crap. I'm trying to remember what he put in.
그려낸
1. Was it? Okay. I didn't know if it was 1 or if it was 2. I was thinking it was 1 or 2, and I was like, oh, what?
빛의 두 날을
1.
완전
1. 1.
여유한 횟수.
And 1. I was like, it was either 1 or 2. I couldn't remember for the life of me.
이번에도 잘해줬어. 유익한 책이
Man, the
또 하나
TF2
늘었네.
SFMs go crazy. I love
도시에는
those
내가 모르는
so
것들이
much.
많아. 이렇게 하나씩 알아가다 보면 언젠간 반드시 찾을 수
I know I heard a
있겠지.
rumor that for Deadlock they want to do that.
세상의 모든
Apparently for
것이
each character they want to
단
do
하나의 책.
an SFM.
거미집.
I think that'd be cool. Honestly, I think that'd be really hype.
세피라들도 결국 내 편에 설 수밖에 없을 거야.
It'd feel official if they were to do that. It'd feel like, yep, we're putting all of our eggs in our basket here.
그려낸 대로.
Give each character their introduction SFM, and I think that'd be really cool. Especially with the whole vibe of Deadlock, I think it'd work wonders. I mean, the game is already so massive, and it's not even out of early development. if you were to start pulling that out, you get so much like talk about it. You get so many numbers just going to it solely off of the fact that we have these animated shorts to introduce the character. It'd be great. It'd be incredible.
도시에는 내가 모르는 것들이 많아. 이렇게 하나씩 알아가다 보면 언젠간 반드시 찾을 수 있겠지.
The Encore Inquisitors were busy torturing someone.
단 하나의 책을.
Yeah! A filtered scream fills the cramped room. Their victims are people with prosthetic bodies. Sinclair didn't utter a word, but his eyes full of wrath and fear were fixed on the torturers. He breathed heavily at irregular intervals, his body shaking. He looks like he might charge forth at any second. Do you stop him? Or... Yeah. Wait. Run a wrath check, then begin a combat encounter. Use Sinclair for the check to gain a sign. Pass to weaken all enemies. I thought you would stop me. He spoke anxiously, but he seemed nevertheless happy with the decision. Got it. I'll do it. Sinclair sprinted to where the Inquisitors were alongside the other sinners.
I don't think he can pass this.
Oh. Wait, why did Don Quixote heal? What? Why did Don Quixote heal SP? Is it because she liked that he charged head first?
Heretics. The heretics have appeared.
As the sinners approached, the Inquisitors cast their victims aside to charge at us.
You bastards!
Sinclair stood against them at the forefront, but that hammer might be too big for Sinclair's weapon to stop.
He's got a chance.
Oh! Sweet! Huge! After all, this is his fight first and foremost. Ah! Sinclair locked his halberd against the handle of the hammer and parried it to the side. With their leader's attack thwarted, the Inquisitors were thrown into disarray. We'll be able to keep the flow of the battle in our favor by taking the lead now. Good job, Sinclair. Sweet.
어려울 것도 없네요.
That wasn't troublesome at all. My brother in Christ, you're lucky you tied it.
더 붉게 칠해지겠지?
Apparently the app icon doesn't look weird anymore. Why did it always look funky looking or something?
저 손님이라고 예외는 아니겠지.
What was up with it before?
어디에서도 볼 수 없을 색채로.
해상
There's also bugged on the update.
트랜지션.
Did Virgilius shit on it? Like what happened?
너희가 좀 더 어설플 거라고 생각했거든.
임파스터.
Okay, we're going to...
떨거지는 잘라낸다.
Dante wasn't on it, that's why it's... You were upset. It's like Uma Musume when they updated it and Special Week wasn't on the cover, it was Gold Ship instead. Now it's back to Special Week.
매뉴얼을 만들어두길 잘했네. 그렇게만 해. 이번에도 잘해줬어.
Huge.
유익한 책이 또 하나 늘었네.
It is so crazy how quickly we clear now.
도시에는 내가 모르는 것들이 많아. 이렇게 하나씩 알아가다 보면 언젠간 반드시 찾을 수 있겠지. 세상의 모든 것이 담긴 단 하나의 책을.
Dante. The horse is here, Dante.
And it's just gold chip. Alright. Here we go.
저 살점을 찢으면 더 붉게 칠해.
어디서 짐승이 기어다니는 소리 들리지 않아?
You hear beasts crawling around somewhere? There certainly is the sound of something moving along the floor.
저것들도 환상체인가?
Those abnormalities?
자세히 봐요. 환상체가 아니에요. 인장이 박혀 있어요.
Take a closer look. They aren't abnormalities. See that emblem? Ishmael whispered softly to us. Upon closer inspection, I could spot the emblems she mentioned. They were the ones worn by the Inquisitors.
에고 침식 현상이군요.
Ego corrosion has wrested them.
그 기분 나쁜 상태를 말하는 건가?
You mean that nauseating state?
전투 중에 멘탈이 흔들릴 때 그랬던 것 같은데 마치 뭔가에 잡아먹히는 것 같다고 할까요?
I think it happened to me in a battle once, when I was on the verge of a breakdown. It was like I was being devoured.
우자구적 씹혀 먹히는 것과는 괴가 다르지만 본질을 좀 먹어 들어간다는 것을 생각하면 괜찮은 표현이네요.
Although it's not quite like consumption in the conventional sense, I do suppose that it is a serviceable analogy, seeing as it eats away at your essence.
그리고 이 장소는 아까 층과는 다르게 의체들을 고문만 하는 장소가 아닌 것 같아요.
And in observation, unlike the last floor, this place does not seem to be exclusively for torturing prosthesis users.
스스로 침식을 강행시키는 장소라는 말이 타당하겠군요.
It would be fair to say that its purpose is to induce corrosion unto oneself.
That does it better than I can.
Staring at those beings stumbling about, it evoked complex feelings that made me sigh. Is my artificial head really worth raging over? So much that they would transform themselves into something far more hideous than having a clock for a head? Choosing to lose themselves. Being possessed. What about when they claimed the golden bow after going to these lengths? Will it even be used for the benefit? Then it occurred to me. Am I really so different from those unsightly zealots? When I'm searching for the golden bows without even knowing what they'll be used for?
I mean, you have hype moments in Aura, so I think you're different. Holy shit, you guys are just dogs. You know what I thought they were gonna end up being? I thought they were gonna end up being like the enemies in Signalis. The big-ass armored ones, when they got corrupted inside, they ended up just like gushing out blood and like strewn about tendons and stuff. That's what I thought they were gonna end up looking like. Didn't expect it to just be a whole-ass dog. But here we are. Shit, I gotta block all of these actually, so... Yeah, tragic.
그려낸 대로.
That also reminds me of Birkin's final form in Resident Evil 2. When you fight him as Claire, or in the original when you just fight him in general, he becomes like that weird spiky dog form. That's also what this kind of reminds me of. I am fighting a boss I fought before. Lovely. Different game, same game. Different game, same lame. Nah, I can't come up with a good rhyme. I'm washed. My tat
도시에서는
is
누구도
2.
자유롭지 못해.
Oh, that didn't take that long.
저 손님이라고.
That's pretty
예외는
quick,
없겠지.
actually. Are you okay? You able to hold yourself together well? I know it hurts. Gotta make sure to check in on you. Yeah, let's go for this one, actually.
어디에서도 볼 수
Nice and
없을
painless.
세계.
Wow. That numbing must have helped a bunch then. Well, I'm just glad you didn't have to go through too much pain. Today is the day we go through pain, emotional pain, because this Kanto has been absolutely fucked up.
새삼스럽지만 이번에도 잘해줬어.
Soundtrack goes crazy though.
또 하나 늘었네.
But damn.
도시에는 내가 모르는 것들이 많아. 이렇게 하나씩 알아가다 보면 언젠간 반드시 찾을 수 있겠지. 세상의 모든 것이
Okay.
담긴 단 하나의
We have story? No, it doesn't look like it. Alright. Room of Echoing Screams. Bridge of Suppuration. Meditator's Pulpit. Altar of Penance. The Judging Block. Path to the Hallowed Ground. Altar of Tears. Sacricity. Purificatory? Colonel, I'm gonna go to the Meditator's armpit. Snake, what the fuck are you talking about?
지역으로 이동.
Yeah, it's called the armpit, Colonel. I don't know why they have one. It's kind of freaky
너희
to me.
보조 사서들은 나와 다를 바 없을
There's a
거야.
guy talking about my feet
그
earlier,
사람의 계획에
Colonel.
한껏 이용돼.
Scared.
결국 버려진
I don't want to be here
어디에서도 볼
anymore.
수 없을
Help
난
me.
살고 싶어. 너희들
Snake, I don't think that's called the armpit.
난 너희가
And
좀더
what are you talking about feet?
물어뜯어 고칠 수밖에.
There was a big guy in armor. He kept wanting to clean my feet. Something about purification. I'm starting to think he's a freak.
임파스터.
Snake, just shut the fuck up and get back to work.
어디에서도 볼 수 없을 세계.
철쭉한
The bit.
여유탄
이번에도 잘해줬어.
Putting Sinclair in the
유익한
torture chamber?
책이
Yeah.
또 하나 늘었네.
That's what this is. This is just
도시에는
purgatory.
내가 모르는 것들이
He's
많아.
trapped. He's never
이렇게
escaping.
하나씩 알아가다 보면 언젠간
And we
반드시
love
찾을
that
수
for him.
있겠지. 세상의
Okay, let's keep going forward before we circle back around. Okay, one person at a time speak, thank you. When the snake is solid.
세피라들도 결국
Colonel.
내 편에 설 수밖에 없을 거야.
Why am I called solid
나도
after,
그들도
like,
모두
all this time?
빛의 눈이 멀어버렸거든.
Is there a reason? Snake, it's just a nickname.
그려낸 대로.
But there's gotta be a reason. Snake, would you rather be called Flaccid Snake?
난 너희가 좀 더 어설플 거라고 생각했거든.
I don't know. Flaccid Snake does sound kind of cool. Snake, you know what flaccid means, right? Yeah, it's that stuff that burns through people, right? No, Snake, that's acid. I'm talking about flaccid. Is that just a fancy type of
이번에도
acid?
잘해줬어.
No, Snake,
유익한
no.
책이 또 하나 늘었네.
Flaccid means limp,
도시에는
Snake.
내가 모르는 것들이 많아.
Like Limp
이렇게
Bizkit.
하나씩 알아가다 보면
You're saying I
언젠간
could be called Limp
반드시 찾을 수
Bizkit?
있겠지.
No, Snake. I'm
세상의
saying you'd be
모든
called a
것이
limp snake.
단 하나의 책을.
Well, that's not very cool, Colonel. What's wrong with you? You hurt my feelings. No, Snake, never mind. You hear snappy mechanical noises through closed door. Sounds like a cry for help. As you focus your attention, you begin to hear footsteps. Steel. Those are clangs of steel. Sinclair froze. Looks like an Inquisitor is coming for them. What will you do? Beat the fuck out of him. Yeah, why would we leave them? I knew I could count on you. Sinclair jumped in as soon as you told him what to do. As you expected, a number of prosthetic people were bound by ropes. Get out of here. Quickly! As soon as he untied them, they hurriedly ran out the room. Bastards, not even a simple thank you! Some of the sinners complained, but Sinclair looked satisfied with the deed. Calming them down, we left the room. Sweet. Nice. It doesn't show... Oh. It doesn't show up when I go here, but up there you can see it forming. I remember people were trying to trauma scale the sinners. I mean, yeah, everyone's gonna try and make their own little, yeah, my character is more fucked up than yours. I mean, dude, come on, man. They all have their own trauma. I mean, Gregor has PTSD like a soldier, because he was pretty much a soldier. Just higher up on the food chain. And for him, that scarred the shit out of him. Sinclair over here... I can't even begin to describe what's going on with him, but it's not good. Everybody is dealing with their own shit. Ryoshu probably got made fun of for abbreviating everything. Mere Salt probably wasn't ordered around enough. Audis, somebody made fun of her boss, and so she cried. She was told she couldn't bootlick anymore. One shot. Rodion was told she couldn't gamble. Everyone's life is just terribly awesome. Yeah.
이렇게 하나씩 알아가다 보면
S-Y-B-A-U.
언젠간 반드시 찾을 수 있겠지. 세상의 모든 것이
Colonel, what the fuck did she just say
단
to
하나의
me?
책을.
Shut your bitch ass up, Snake.
Colonel, I'm asking a genuine question. Why'd you have to tell me that?
No, that's what that means, Snake.
I think you're just being mean to me.
Ugh, what's this odor? The sinners frowned at the olfactory assault. Following their eyes, you find an Inquisitor collapsed on the floor. Definitely dead. The smell must be coming from the rotting corpse. While everyone was hesitant to approach, you see something sparkle. There seems to be something amidst the writhing manes. What will you do?
Colonel.
I can run a gluttony check. A sinner easily enticed by trinkets and baubles would probably be willing to dig through this morbid mess to take the item. On the other hand, someone uninterested in such things will not be happy to do this order.
Yep.
Ooh, actually, no, yeah. Sweet. Ryoshu found a bent sigil of N-Corp between the mains. It might not have been worth reaching into the corpse for, but it has to prove useful somewhere down the line. You took the sigil and left the room, comforting the sinners who were retching at the sight. Thanks, Ryoshu.
해왔던 숙제들에 비하면 별것도 아닌 일이다.
Alright, let's go kill some stuff.
불로 정화하고 깨끗한 세계를 세우라.
T-S-T-I-A. What?
세피라들도
T-S-T-I-A.
결국 내 편에 설 수밖에 없을 거야. 나도 그들도 모두 빛의 눈이 멀어버렸거든.
The storm that is approaching. Oh, okay. I was about to say the stick that is ass. Or the stick that in ass. The stick that's in ass. There you go. She's the stick that's in your ass.
떨거지는 잘라낸다.
대상 확인, 저침탄, 펜치샷,
The shit that's in ass.
임상 시험 성공,
재밌네.
여유탄,
Please unclog the toilet. I need to shit, Dante. I'm gonna
이번에도
brown.
잘해줬어. 유익한 책이 또 하나 늘었네.
Virgilius, head to the bathroom.
도시에는 내가 모르는 것들이 많아. 이렇게 하나씩 알아가다 보면 언젠간 반드시 찾을 수 있겠지.
The passage
세상의
was.
모든
Oh my
것이
God! Stop talking.
단 하나의 책.
Quit it. Thank you. The passage was red hot. Yeesh. That'd melt my shoes. The sinners carefully approached the road, only to retreat from the overwhelming heat. Something was written on the sign in front of the passage. Prove your humanity, and through weakness and subversion, sear a path with mobilization. It took no time at all to figure out what that meant. What will you do? At the end corpse. Yeah. We proved ourselves already, haven't we? Sinner suggested. It reminded you that you bore proof. Right. The seal. Tagging a seal from the aquarium, you threw it on the coals, and it happily danced around while it cooled them off. Tagging the seal on the sign caused the passage to cool in an instant. You were able to tread without a problem. Sweet. What the fuck happened? Did it just crumble? What do you mean it got destroyed? No, whatever. Alright, let's go down to the armpit. You see a pedestal adorned with the engravings of a nail and hammer. Must be something to do with Encore. A sinner mutters and you agree. Should you try to get some info on Encore? Or... yeah. Upon the pedestal was a tome Encore Inquisitors were often seen carrying. You take this chance to peek at a few pages of it. Ugh. The indecipherable content only gave you a headache. You decide to hold on to it for now and read it later. Using a pride skill, lose 5 SP but boosts its damage by 5%. Alright, sweet. If Sinclair has a pride skill, he's gonna go insane by just fucking breathing. Awesome. Well, that's odd. He doesn't. Alright, sweet, then he's safe. He's safe for now. Everyone else can handle the hit. He's the only one who genuinely can. He's the only one where I would worry. Oh, my back. While they're fighting. You guys doing good? Yeah, they're doing fine. The only pride skill you have is actually on Ryoshu.
Impasto.
Is pride blue? That's not what I'm check. Dark blue? Okay. Yeah. I forgot there were 2 blues, I'm gonna be honest. I completely forgot gloom was a sin. Good shit, Sinclair. Greed isn't a sin, but depression is. Yeah. You're sad, you fucking sinner. Go! Go to hell now! I don't care why you're sad. You're sad and that's a sin.
대상 확인, 철출탄, 트랜지션, 임상 시험 성공.
Being too sad is an act of the devil. True. I'm so depressed. Off the hell you go. Wait, no.
이번에도 잘해줬어.
This looks like that one room. Well, it's gone. I was gonna say that looked like the one room from Amnesia, The Dark Descent. It was the one where I had to go through the torture chambers.
반드시 찾을 수 있겠지.
I think like
세상의 모든
only a handful of people here were there for that. Lovely portion of the game. Lovely portion. I absolutely love having to go through torture chambers and slowly listen to the horrible... Speaking of fucking torture chambers, hello! This was also in there! Hey! What a good time to show up! For example, such torture devices as this! Wow, it's nice to see you again. A passage is written above the large gate. Only those who repent may find motion in the ocean. Thorn yourself, atone through flagellation. Yep, sure love having 100 spikes piercing my ass. Fuck is even the point of that one? You'll bleed out in seconds. So, okay. The whole point of this one is you're supposed to be balancing yourself on it. You don't get like forced onto it. You get strapped onto it. What you're supposed to... The reason it's a torture method is because you're using whatever energy you have left to try and like lift your legs, your ass, and your back to balance on the spikes. That way you don't just sink into them. That is the point of torture, is you are straining your body to the very max in order to not fall back on those spikes. That is pretty much the whole like point of it. Which arguably, if you were to have enough muscle in your body, you could probably use your glutes to actually just survive this. I'm not even gonna lie. Unless you were forced down. If you have enough muscle in like your thighs, your glutes, you can probably actually balance on it. It just depends on how sharp the spikes are and shit. Yeah, I don't think Knuckle and Hammer is using it the proper way. No, they just throw you on there. They call it a day. Alright, who wants to sit on this shit? Remember, thighs save lives. You are damn right. You are damn right. Someone must step up on the spikes and impale their own limbs. Thick thighs save lives. All thighs save lives. Every thigh. If it's a nice thigh, it saves your life. Sweet. A terrible scream echoed through the hall. So she can feel pain. Soon enough, the door rumbled open. Inside, an orange sigil was waiting to be picked up. We took the sigil and ushered the impaled Ryoshu out of the hall. They put you on and strap you down for good measure. Yep.
해왔던 숙제들에 비하면 별것도 아닌 일이다.
It's one of those torture devices where it's not meant to slowly kill you as much as it is to kill you internally. But yeah, they strap you down, and your whole point is, if they were to throw you on there, then I guess the point of it would be you're trying to lift yourself up to get off. But even then, I mean, your ass is in there. You're not getting out of it. And it is funny I mentioned that portion of Amnesia, because they show off some really uniquely horrible torture devices in that one. One of them was a little unbelievable, and it's kind of hard to describe it too, because it was such a weird one. Shit, honestly, even Outlast did that. It's kind of shocking. During Halloween, playing through Amnesia and Outlast back to back, and thinking about how many similarities there are in the final half of Amnesia and pretty much the entire game of Outlast. It was kind of shocking. That was going through my head a lot, as I'm like, man, these share a little too much in common. But shit, they're both really good games. They're amazing. I kind of want to speedrun Outlast.
또 하나 늘었네. 도시에는 내가 모르는 것들이 많아. 이렇게 하나씩 알아가다 보면 언젠간 반드시 찾을 수 있겠지. 세상의 모든 것이 담긴 단 하나의 책을.
So I'm thinking I want to go back. Let's see, so we already got all that done. Is this going to... That's probably going to be a story thing, actually. That might also be. Okay, let's go back and do these then. I'm losing the clash. You're the one with 60 HP with 99 bleed. That's my favorite thing about bleed, is that you can be completely losing the clash, and as long as you have bleed, they're just gonna kill themselves on you. It is insanely good. It's why I liked using it. I'm like, well, even if I were to horribly, horribly lose, it's still gonna work out for me in the end. Like, I'm still going to be perfectly fine. Just damn confused on why you do all of these. Because they're fun, man. Perhaps you are the superior Limbus player. If you have good enough bleed count application, red coins actually buff bleed. The Unbreakables? Huh.
매뉴얼을 만들어두길 잘했네.
I didn't know that.
그렇긴 하네. 이 순간이
Mirsol and Ryoshu, I know for sure, they always have red. But for example, we like bleed unless it's used against us, yeah. So you bleed them during the clash, then a few extra times during their cracked red coins. Oh, okay. Listen, I do these all because I want to show them how much better I am than them when it comes to fighting. I want to show the enemies my perfect bleed build. Yeah, okay. Ow. Ow. Come on, man. What the fuck? What did I ever do to you? Huge. Impasto. I've been doing so many mirror dungeons lately that I'm so used to hearing her say that. It's all she says. I will get like one kill. Imposter. The imposter has vented. I think she's playing Among Us too much in her free time. You need to tell her about that. Sweet. Okay, never mind, not sweet. Thought he still had one more in him. You know why that triggers? Not exactly, no. I've read a lot of these, but there's so much. There's so much that I'm just like... I remember most, but not all. Crap. That's fine. Good job. Are you okay? Do you need a cookie? Would you like a lollipop?
지금처럼 접대를 성공적으로 이끌다 보면 앞으로 더 많은 층을 개방하고 더 많은 보조사서의 도움을 받을 수 있을 거야.
불길 속으로.
Very nice.
좋아.
Good shit. There we go. Alright, well. I guess we just say fuck it. This one dies. That voice line is triggered by her applying colors by Brenta on an enemy. On an anime? On an enemy which her S2 and S3 does. Oh.
내가 모르는 것들이 많아.
Okay, yeah, I didn't know that's what triggers it.
언젠간 반드시
I knew what that passive was, but I didn't know why it always triggered her calling them the imposter. That I didn't know. That's something I wasn't familiar with. But I did know what her passive was. Huh. She did an imposter check. I hear her say it all the time though, that's why I don't even like... I'm just like, yeah, I guess she's just gonna say that, sure. She just loves Italy. Yeah, exactly, she just adores Italy. Like, that's it. That's the gist of it.
의도는
And
모르겠지만
thank you for the follow, Nova.
이걸로
I appreciate it.
공평해졌네.
You get to be here for more hype moments in Aura. Both of which don't happen often.
필주품이지만 대상 확인, 절침탄, 여유탄.
이번에도 잘해줬어. 유익한 책이 또 하나 늘었네. 도시에는
and
내가
we'll
모르는 것들이
do-
많아. 이렇게 하나씩 알아가다 보면 언젠간 반드시 찾을 수 있겠지. 세상의 모든
We'll do
것이
this last battle.
단
We'll make this the
하나이지.
final battle.
저
And then we'll
살점을
pause. I'll finish the dungeon
더 붉게
next time.
칠해지겠지?
Because I didn't think we were going to make it to the dungeon, so I'm like, okay, I don't want to finish the dungeon in one go. Do this.
I like to have some suspense.
Plus, I wanted to make this Kanto a 3-parter. If I were to finish it all tonight, it would only be a 2-parter. And I can't have that.
좀 긁혔어?
Do you have a plan for next Limbus? Yeah, that's going to be next week again. I'm trying to stick to my schedule. And then it will be finishing this Kanto, and
매뉴얼을 만들어두길 잘했네. 그렇게
when's the first Intervallo show up? I need to ask you guys this real quick. When does the first Intervallo happen? Right after Kanto 3? Okay, then I think I'll go straight into that. I think next time we finish this and we go into the Intervallo. I think that's what I'll do. Because I kind of don't like heading right into the next Kanto. Which is why last time I just did my dailies after we beat Kanto 2. I didn't want to go right into Kanto 3.
지금은 인간이 아닌
I kind of like having... I like starting a Kanto at the beginning of a new Limbus stream. That's how I like doing it. So I think what we'll do is we'll finish Kanto 3 and we'll go into the Intervallo. I assume the Intervallos have names, right? It's not just 1, 2, 3, 69, 6, 7. I'm assuming they have names like the Kantos do. There we go.
의도는 모르겠지만
Okay, sweet. Last 3 enemies.
공평해졌네.
We're making quite perfect time. Gonna have to do the intervals to continue the next Kanto anyways. Oh, is that so? Somebody said they were optional earlier. That's the only reason why I didn't think that. Somebody was saying they were optional. Okay, so then yeah, I guess we'll just go right into the next interval. I guess that's fine. I guess as long as it's not a full-on.
이번에도
I think
잘해줬어.
they might have thought that the stories weren't
유익한
important.
책이
Okay.
또 하나 늘었네.
First intervallo's
도시에는
name will tell
내가
you how
모르는
serious
것들이
it's gonna
많아.
be. Sweet.
이렇게 하나씩 알아가다 보면
It's gonna be called Limp
언젠간
Bizkit.
반드시 찾을 수
Limp
있겠지.
Bizkit Tour 97.
세상의 모든 것이 담긴 단
Zoom
하나의
out, scroll.
책을.
Oh my god, scroll wheel up. Oh, what? Huh? I didn't know you could see the previous floors. What? Wait, that's a game changer. Huh? I didn't know you could do this. Wait, that's huge. Wait, that's kind of massive. Hold on. Nice. Okay. I'm gonna leave it off here. The rest of it will be a cliffhanger. I'm gonna forfeit. I'm joking. Yep. Okay. Next week will be the end of Kanto 3, and then we'll start on the interval. Yes, hello. Yes, hello. As part of the ritual, we're turning the rest of this into... Sweet. Nice. Pretty close to the end of the pass, actually. Alright. You know what? Hell with it. Let's do one more 10 pull. Oh, this is the big one. Come on, baby. This is it. Come on. Big money. Big money, baby. Come on. Come on. Woo! Ow, I just popped my shoulder. Ow. I just popped my shoulder. ego. I got my first ego from this yesterday. I had almost 10,000 lunacy, so I did a pull, and I got an ego.
불꽃으로 수놓은 이 별무리 속에 데려다드릴 수는 없어요.
Alright, cool.
그러나 별빛으로 만들어드릴 수는
I think that is now the third ego because I got one from the event. Nice. Okay. I'll take it. Ego is ego. Alright. Does this one clash as well with Fishmails? I'm not familiar with a lot of this stuff here. Let's go place it on her. Oops. There we go. Alright. That's officially the end, everyone. I'll talk real quick and then that'll be it. You gonna... No, we'll let Ryoshi finish talking.
내게 흘러오지 않았다면 어땠을까? 그랬다면 다가오는 밤조차 싫어하게 될 일은 없었을 테지.